You want to show everybody? There you go. Your mic off. I just did. There we go.
Okay. That might
Okay, so we are here with Tom because in 2 weeks you have the Daytona Beach Comic and Toy Show, right? Or is it Daytona Beach Comic Convention?
Daytona Beach Comic Book Convention.
Daytona
with the
Beach.
small press showcase.
This-
Yep, we have this one here, and then small press showcases on the back.
Daytona Beach Comic Convention. See, I always put that wrong because I think it's one of your only shows that doesn't say toy.
No, we don't have toy. We do have toy vendors, and we're gonna have toys there, but it's not in the name. So there should be a good show. Over 30 comic book vendors, over 15 different toy vendors. We have creative images, designs.
Creative image designs.
Yes.
See,
so
I got one right. T-shirt Steve.
T-shirt Steve. Yes, they'll be there. Him and his dad, and the people they bring out with them. So we have a T-shirt vendor. We've probably 30 plus people to meet as far as artists, wrestlers, a couple actors that are going to be involved in there. So go to the webpage, check it out. You'll see a list of everybody. Look at both Small Press Showcase and the Comic Convention links so that you can see the floor plans for both and see all the guests and vendors that we have coming.
Now, Ron said no sound, but we got that fixed.
Got that, okay.
And there it goes. And then Raymond says, can't wait.
Yeah, Raymond will be set up there.
Classic Comics.
Classic Comics, yes. If you come in the entrance, walk straight back, and he's going to be on the left-hand side, and right before you get to the loading dock door that's over there, you'll see him set up right there.
And then Ron says, hey, Tom and O.C.D. Steve, I have a travel agent.
Travel agent.
A Disney travel client schedule. We've only been drinking for an hour, so.
And it hasn't been much.
No. Scheduled to call me sometime after 8. We'll try to stick around until then. No problem, Ron. Anytime you're here, it is always a party. Now, something new is the Small Press Showcase.
Yes, we're trying something different where we can highlight a lot of these local guys and people that are breaking into the field, and they get to bring their books out. This way, we can highlight them. They can showcase their books, talk about them. We have Second Sight Publishing coming, who's actually they brought out Stanley the Snowman that Austin Janowaski's been working on for quite a while. So they'll be there. We have Scout Comics, and Richard Rivera is well known for 70 Bunny.
Yep.
And he was at shows everywhere and was pushing that book until it finally hit and got popular. And then Scout picked it up and pushed it. So he'll be there. They have a children's line that they've got started. We have Matt and Steph that are coming in Symmetry. And actually, if people are out this weekend and they go to the Ocala Comic Con, Matt will be running a lot of the panels and a lot of the other stuff going on right there at that show. He's gotten pretty involved in being the man to keep things going there. So hopefully we can have him run a panel too at Daytona, put him to work. But with the showcase, the Small Press Showcase, it allows artists to meet people and network. And Haley Martin, who does work right now for Silverline, actually met Roland at one of our shows. And I can't remember if he first met her at Daytona or DeLand, but they met at one show, and then at the next show they talked again, and he ended up giving her some work to do. And she's putting one of her books out through Silverline.
Yeah, we had her on the show not too long ago. Maybe it was a couple months ago, and she was fun to talk with.
Yeah, well, you had her. Last week you guys had Kitchen Killers.
Yep.
And they're great. They sorry, no music, no singing. I can't bring any of that with me. But they were good. You had them. You had people from Second Sight Publishing on.
Yep.
And you've talked with them. So
almost a lot of everybody that you have coming to the show, we've had on our show.
Yes.
So you can go back to the archives, and if you really want to meet some of the people or see what they're like, they might have been on the show at some point.
You've had a lot of them on there. So, but yeah, with the Small Press Showcase, it's a way to bring more people in. The Tommy Lawrence Arena is 21,000 square feet. That's going to house the bigger comic book convention where there's toy vendors and guests to meet, publishers. If somebody wants to bring in a comic that they want to get graded, we have 2 grading companies. Alpha Omega will be there.
Now you're talking about this is the vendor room.
Yes, that's the bigger vendor room. That's the Tommy Lawrence Arena. And they're not on the floor plans, but in 3 of the corners, we've actually added a couple extra booths in to bring in a few more people. And this room will be the one where you find 30 plus comic vendors. If you go over to the Small Press Showcase building, which is the talent hall, that's 8,100 square feet, and its majority of it is guest artists and small press artists. Booth 19 will be where Inverse Press is at, and they'll bring all the wrestlers with them. John Crowther will be in there. Kevin and Aaron from Inverse Press will be
Flatline.
And Flatline also, yes. They have another imprint. And full circle or squared circle or something.
Squared circle is the wrestling part of it.
Yeah.
Flatline is now over Inverse. They're kind of switching over from Inverse to Flatline.
Gotcha.
We found that out by having Amanda on the show.
Yep. Who unfortunately won't be at the show, but she did do. We've done some cool videos that we did through Michael Palma and Palma Productions, and he came up to Tampa and he recorded some of the people that we have coming to the show, some of the vendors, and he talked to Amanda and filmed her, and she talked about the different horror books that they put out, the supernatural stuff, and the wrestling. And then of course you guys had her on the show, so I got to chat with her.
See, great minds think this alike. He has him on the show, and I have him on the show.
There you go.
Yeah, but my show's only 30 seconds.
No, your show is 2 days.
Oh, 2 days for the big show, but my little video is like 30 seconds. But that was a good thing for us to do because we were able to talk to different vendors, and they were able to promote their business and at the same time promote the show. So we had Capital City along with Dave's Comic Box. We had Double Lucky do one. We had Cliff's Books, Kaboom Toys. So he came over. Michael came over.
And John Neville.
Yeah, John Neville was there talking about working with Pop Culture Playground and with my partner Jambalaya Jake. So them two will be running the booth at the Daytona show while I run the show.
Now I'm going to go back to the small press. Now I know Silverline is like having the whole crew from Silverline almost.
That'll actually be in the bigger room.
Oh, they're going to be in the bigger room.
Yes.
Okay.
So Silverline will actually be, I believe that's 35 up there.
Okay, so they're up there.
Yes.
Not like anybody can see the mouse, but
yes.
But if you look at 35,
if you're looking at the map, they're on at 35, and they have that big square and 7 people, counting John Crowther, I think, and then Haley's in the guest tables across from them, along with Tommy. I always butcher his last name.
Flamonte.
From Monte, yes. And you had him on.
Twerk and Tommy. That's
Twerk and Tommy.
There you go.
Yeah, I always butcher his last name, so I just Tommy F. So they're actually sitting across from Silverline, and then like I said, John Crowther, who does some work for Silverline, will be in the small press with Inverse or.
So he'll be going back and forth between the two.
Yeah, or you can run back and forth and see him and.
Yeah,
you know,
well that's better because if they run back and forth, there's kind of a special thing you got going on at the show.
Yes,
there's about running back and forth.
Well, because we're using 2 buildings, we wanted to find a way to get people to go to both buildings without being pushed. So we've come up with the Daytona Beach comic book convention passport. Now on the back,
Let's see. There. I didn't do the back side. I did the front one.
I'll hand this to you. That way you can show them the back. On the back side of this, you need to go to the bigger building and get 5 vendors, artists, 5 somebody that are set up, and have them.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, and have them scribble your name, their name on
Spider-Man's
there.
upside down.
Spider-Man's upside
She
down.
thought I did it upside down.
And then-
And I haven't had anything.
They would
to
need
drink.
to go over to the small press and do 5 there. And then the only thing we really need is your email. Then you turn this in at one of the emissions, whichever building you want to, and you will receive a bag. And the bag will have goodies in there worth anywhere from $10 to over $200. There's going to be graded books. There's going to be signed prints. There's going to be comics that are coming from some of the different publishers. Second Sight, Scout, Cosmic Times is actually going to donate some stuff. Silverline has given us some things to give out.
A whole bunch of free stuff.
Now, one of the cool things that they put together that's only available for this show.
Until the next show.
No, well, until the next. But these are everybody that's going to be there are these trading cards. And on the back, it has the different comics that they worked on. And they have their name here, and you can take it to them, and you can get it signed, or you can just have some cool trading cards. So Steve is going to get the first set,
Oh,
Woo-hoo.
cool.
and those are going to be for Steve that go get signed at the show. But each of the persons that were working for Silverline that are going to be at the show are on these cards, and you're able to go and walk up, meet them, talk to them. So they'll be included in some of the bags. Some of the other stuff, like I said, is graded comics, prints, signed prints, original art, and there's going to be a little bit of everything. So it'd be worth your time that when you go there, you grab a passport, go to each building, get five vendors or 5 people, 5 different spots to mark the back, whether they put the name of their business or their name or whatever, and it needs to be 5 from each building. So you got a total of 10, and then make sure you put your email on there, hand it in at one of the emissions, and then you get a free bag. We're also going to be doing Daytona Bucks, which is kind of like Monopoly money, but it says Daytona money on it, Daytona Bucks, and they're $10. There'll be some bags will have $50 to $100 in each bag. Just depends on what bag you get, and then you can go in and use that money and buy stuff at the show.
That's free money, man.
It's free money, and then once the vendor gets it, they come find the admissions desk, and they get real money for it. And I'm out that money.
Gonna say it's free money, but not to Tom.
No, but it's a way to generate more income and to get people to go shop and have them go to both buildings so that there's a circulation of people. It's very hard when you have 2 buildings to get them to realize that not everything is in one building. You actually have to go over to the other building.
So he's paying you guys to go see everybody that you paid to go see.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
It's a win-win situation.
It is.
It's a win-win unless you're Daryl. Because Daryl says he's bored. He's like, wow, I'm bored.
Well, that's his
Will
own
there be
fault.
pixel pails?
And
I have 3 left of the couple cases that I bought. So yeah, still will be at least 3.
do you need more? Because I got a
No.
whole top shelf. I got a whole top shelf of them.
No, I'm good.
He also wants to know where Boris is. Boris might be working tonight. You know, it is his master's night at the Jiggly Hut. Or wait, he got kicked out of the Jiggly Hut.
Yeah.
Boris is somewhere.
He might be at the Villages.
Yeah, at the Villages. And Mike Thompson says, hey, all finishing at the gym now. We'll be back soon. Okay, Mike. Mike Thompson with Thompson's Creative Art.
Thompson's Custom Creations.
Thompson Custom Creation, who will be at Olo, by the way.
Work
And
those
what date is
guns.
that show?
That is February 13th, 2022.
Hey,
And this
that's
is one of the cool flyers that they got.
Yeah,
See how
That's
quick I was?
I know. Quicker than me coming over here and going, boom.
So we have something else that Silverline did for us. And they made our badge art for us. So we have 3 different types of badges that we're going to put out with the
Holy
art for the
cow.
vendors. So all the vendors and artists will each get one of these. There's only 3 different types. So if you're one of those selector type of people,
So I'm looking because there's Divinity is that Cat and Mouse?
Cat and Mouse, Divinity, and I forget what the other one is.
Friar Rush.
Yes, thank you. And
Do not steal them off of
it
people's
does
necks.
say what?
Make mine Silverline.
All right. At where?
Daytona Beach Comic Con.
Okay, and then we got the dates and the times and setups for vendors. So,
Okay.
all right.
So,
Sounds
why
like we got
somebody-
people over here to visit.
I don't know who is knocking at the door because everybody knows we're running a show. Is it fucking Daryl?
It's Daryl.
It's fucking
Daryl.
Go. I keep
Okay.
talking to y'all ignoring me.
No, we just answered you.
So anyway, these are cool things that the vendors will get and the guests and artists. And you get to choose whichever one you want. And Trish gets hers. So that way you guys have them all ready for the show.
I like Divinity has the Daytona Beach. So
All right, and then we'll let Trish choose which one of these two she wants. And then we'll go from there. But this is just something that we're doing different. We've done the passes in the past. They've always said Daytona on them. So
mine says Daytona.
Hey, Chris, how are you, buddy?
So Chris says, "Oh, I haven't seen Chris in a long
I
time.
was going to say, I haven't seen Chris Harrison in forever.
I hope he's doing good. I know he was going through some times, but I'm glad to see him.
Yeah, no, it's good to see that he's around. Daryl, how are you?
I'm great. How are y'all? You don't ask me on Facebook.
Actually, we have been. We talked about how you were bored. You were watching the show and about the Pixel Pals.
The Jamaican driver I had was playing his Jamaican music really loud, so it's hard to hear y'all.
Ah, okay.
But
Well,
the weed smell was on point.
okay.
Sweet.
Well, do we need to scoot over for Daryl to join us?
No. I'm on that sideline.
Go.
Okay, so
You can't have your ratings shoot through the roof because I'm here.
We need that.
well,
We're
not
not
every.
talking about politics today, okay?
Yeah. So we're back. Okay, we just got the badges.
Yep.
What else you got going on?
Well, badges. We got some free passes here that we have left. That we are actually going to give to you guys to give away any way you can. But there are 6, and O.C.D is going to have them, and they're going to do whatever they can to give them to you guys.
This is the first time Daryl's ever been in our house.
It is. I'm checking out your artwork.
I got artwork. I got
We got stuff
It's a-
everywhere.
So
museum.
you have Pixel Pals?
Yes.
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 Do I need to go get the Pixel Pals?
Good.
You haven't seen the garage.
You have a hoarding problem.
No, you gave me a whole bunch of Pixel Pals and nobody wants them.
It's very hard to give them away. You can't even give
It's
them
bad,
away.
but charity don't want it.
They don't even want to
Haiti
be swag
says,
bags.
Hi, Haiti.
Now, Haiti works with Trish at her job.
I just saw her yesterday.
Well, I hope so.
She only comes once every 2 weeks.
Okay, but see, Tom's sporting a cool face mask.
You don't have one of those?
I don't have one of those.
I've got one.
So
Well, you're
sorry.
special.
Cool enough.
Daytona Beach on it. And that's going to be required for everyone that comes to the show that they do wear a mask while they're in the venue during show hours.
And
Vendors, guests, and attendees.
that goes for everybody. And no dogs.
No dogs, no vaping, no smoking.
But Daryl, you get let in somehow.
Because I paid to be there.
So
Tom is all about the money.
No, if I was.
I know. We'll keep this positive, shall we?
I think you gotta go out to the garage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Need something?
so
I brought sweet tea because I didn't know if y'all were like
I
not
don't
sweet
have
tea or not.
sweet tea in my house. What are you doing?
There's none.
no sweet tea in
That's
this
why I brought the
house.
sweet tea.
Yeah, because that is a bad thing.
If you'd have brought out unsweet tea to me, we'd have unfriended you live on Facebook while you're taping it.
Okay, well, first of all, during the show, it's alcohol. So the most tea you would get would be a Long Island iced tea or a Texas tea.
Well, if we start doing alcohol with the pills I'm on, we're going to have a table show for you in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, leave them with the unsweet tea or with the sweet tea, please. Whoa.
I think Tom needs another one too.
Okay.
See that Tom has his own section in the beer fridge. No, nobody believes me, but okay, Daryl, do I have a beer
I'm
fridge?
just in shock. You literally have a beer fridge. I'm like,
Thank you.
what am I missing in my life? A beer fridge apparently sitting in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you don't need one right now.
And
You're
my
okay.
wife thought I had some weird stuff in the house.
Hey, she has like the top shelf.
Yep.
She has her stuff in there.
We'll put your sweet tea in there if you like.
You want
You too.
And you,
ooh.
When things really get wild, we're going to the chocolate.
Would you like that in the fridge?
No, thank you. I like room temperature.
First of all, you drink a Yoo-hoo and then you drink it at room temperature. What is wrong with you?
It's Daryl.
has everyone
There's
out
a
there
kind of
ever had the
something.
chance to meet Daryl?
There's a lot of the world that has not been graced with the love and
Actually, they have because I did an interview up at Savannah, and I did
You
post.
did.
I did put that out there,
Yeah.
and it was funny.
And I did my 30-second video with you and Michelle.
that
There
video
you
is
go.
awesome.
The real one that got published.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one
I don't know what
is.
you're talking about the other one. I don't know. There's only one that I know of.
He wouldn't even show me the other one.
That's funny. We were just having some fun.
It's all good.
So with you, there can never be just one take. 'Cause I remember
See
when.
you, Ron.
Oh, bye, Ron. Have fun with your client. Come back if you get a chance. Because even in Savannah, we had to do it like 3 times.
Yeah, I ad-lib a lot. And sometimes the words don't match what my brain's trying to think.
Well, I would have kept that.
Yeah.
I would have kept that.
Kind of like
That
the day when you called and said, "Are you coming for dinner?" It's like, what are you talking about? I didn't get Trish's message until you called. And then I did decide, you said your health is more important. I thought friends are more important too, since Tom was here to come over. And Trish.
Well, I told you the only reason you are in Orlando at least once a month. And
This is the first time on a Thursday night.
yeah, but see, I've invited you at any night of the week.
But drinking with Steve's only on Thursdays.
No, that's just only on camera on Thursdays.
Drinking with Steve is anytime.
Anytime you come over.
Tom's been here on numerous days, and there's always a beer that comes out.
Well, I was kind enough to Trish and Tom tonight that I actually showered by the time I got and got all the Surf Expo off of me.
But I thought it was the bikini show.
Okay, this is no lie. I have not seen the first bikini today. However, I did see a guy modeling a swimsuit. The 3 of us could have modeled that swimsuit.
Together?
We don't walk around with our shirts off for a reason. He didn't get a memo.
Hey, but you know what? He's proud of what he has.
Well, he's paid to do it. So I'm thinking, how much did they pay you?
He probably paid them.
Well, the only thing I saw today was this terry cloth thing. I'm not quite sure what. And I was talking to a client, so I couldn't slap Dave like I wanted to get his attention. It was pants, but from the waist to the foot, it was all open. So it was an interesting, and it was good too. I mean, it wasn't like the guy walking around. It was an interesting outfit.
It was a different guy walking around, but it was good.
It was a girl.
Oh, okay.
It was appropriate for her.
Trying to watch what you say for the possibility that Dawn may be watching.
Dawn's not watching. I can assure you.
I need to text her.
She just got in from baseball and she's trying to bake 2 kids. Oh, I text her back.
Now, see, I am so jealous of her and Chip.
Because they get to live with me. I know. I
No.
know.
No, because they got to get away from you and go see Notre Dame on Sunday.
They did. That was Chip's first Florida State game.
Is it his first Notre Dame game?
Yeah, probably his last one too.
Oh, no,
Ooh,
Notre Dame
shame.
number 1. Come on, there you go.
They're ranked highly, and they almost got their clock team cleaned by an unranked team.
Hold on. Do you hear your words that are coming in your mouth? Almost.
They won by
But
3 points in overtime.
But they won.
Even the people
win
on their
is a
side
win.
are like, are we in trouble this year, or does FSU come back that much?
It's the first game of a season. Last season, you can't really say much because half the season was gone. So,
But, I know this is not a football show, but had they had one more quarter, the quarterback they switched in, it could have been a different outcome because that boy put some points on the board that last quarter.
could have been, but Notre Dame is always a second half team, anyways.
Yep.
Well, they sucked the second half this time, so
Yeah, well,
They won.
They won. That's all that matters. The W on it.
has the rankings come out this week?
They come out like the next day.
Did they fall?
Mm-mm.
Seriously, I'd be upset if I was a team ahead of them or below them.
Dude, the BCS standings and rankings, they don't mean shit anymore anyways.
It's like politics, whoever you pay the most, you win.
Exactly. And Tom's like, I thought we were talking about comics.
No. This is interesting.
Yeah, when Daryl gets involved, there's no telling what rabbit hole you might go down.
Oh no, it was my
Some are
fault.
good, some are.
Because I kept telling Trish, wait till Saturday, find me some cheap tickets. Because always the day before you get good tickets.
They were not cheap tickets.
You didn't look at Saturday.
Did they plummet?
Yeah, they plummet.
Ours were free, so they were really good.
So one year, I was the best wife on the face of the earth. I could do no wrong because I managed to, the day before the game, get front row tickets on the Notre Dame side.
It was the Capital One Bowl.
It was the Capital One Bowl. He got to slap the players' hands and
watch them knock LSU right out of it.
And
I got to high five the players and the coach.
They're gonna always one up you.
And we were sitting
Throw a
right next
flag
to the
up.
coach's
All
family.
quits.
No. I'll never call it quits. Would you have come to Tallahassee had you got 2 tickets?
Yeah.
Did you check the hotel prices?
Wouldn't have cared.
He'd have slept in the car.
Oh, you would have had to if you got a room. Because we were up there and I told Don, hey, let me stay up here tonight so we didn't drive home late. I'll get a hotel for us. She said, sure. And y'all know I love my Marriott. So I logged into my account and I looked at her and said, we're going home and you're driving back up. She says, why? I said, because the average price is $1,200 a night with a 2-night minimum.
Yeah, we would have slept in the car.
I would have just drove home. I mean,
True, that too.
Or I would have went and said, Daryl, you haven't showed me your house ever.
You got some spare floor we could sleep on?
I'm sure Amelia would share her room with you.
I'm sure she would.
And Chip would share with me. We play Pokemon all night.
God, that's true.
Okay, so Boris says, greetings, O.C.D.
Boris is here.
Boris is looking forward to seeing the show featuring the leader of the underworld of the illicit fish trade.
That'd be me. I'm assuming underworld politics.
No, it's not all about you.
You gotta remember the show's about him.
It's about him.
Was.
Oh yeah, and then you showed up and stirred up the dogs and everything.
Hey Boris, I asked earlier where you were. I was bored with everything else.
And now it hasn't gotten any better.
I think we lost some people.
We did.
We
Actually,
did.
no, we lost me because I logged out.
You said the Codfather was going to be on, right? Codfather 4.
Godfather 4.
See, Daryl, you're not the Codfather.
Thank God.
You're the flounder.
That's probably true.
Hey, Boris, hope you're having a good night. Hoping the master ain't keeping you busy. Now, speaking of Boris, Monster Manor has made its return after its brief hiatus of getting stuff going. And you can catch him. Where is that Phantasm one that I had?
Oh, way over here.
You can catch Boris coming up. At Phantasm, he's actually gonna do the screening of Trolls 2, one of the worst movies ever put out there.
Seriously, you don't like Branch and Poppy?
No. And they even talk about it being the worst movie. That's why they're letting Boris run it, because it's the worst horror movie ever in existence.
Is that a horror movie? It's a
Trolls-
cartoon.
no.
Trolls 2 World Tour?
No, not Trolls 2 World Tour.
Not the
Trolls
you're thinking
2.
of.
And you call yourself a Boris friend?
Uh,
So October 1st through the 3rd, you can catch Boris at Phantasm, along with Monster Manor. Master is Sleeping Tonight. Tonight's dessert was NyQuil pie. Daryl knows that pie
Yeah, I do
quite a
know.
bit.
Hmm.
I have it in all flavors. Cherry just one of them.
Okay, Tom, so let's go back to Daytona show. Now,
I think we've sidetracked it that way off. Thanks, Daryl.
now, the cool thing about Daytona this year is it's in DeLand.
Yes, it is in the land at the fairgrounds.
Isn't that where the DeLand show is too?
Yes, it
No,
is.
but I thought
but a
the,
different building.
I thought DeLand was gonna go over to
Daytona?
no, maybe Ormond Beach.
yeah.
If I could find 40 to 50,000 square feet on the mainland in Daytona, I would be there.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's and unfortunately with COVID last year and the school.
You notice he says on the mainland.
On
I
the
mean,
mainland.
how many conventions are out in the water?
You go beachside, which is totally different. Anyone that lives up there in the beach knows mainland, island, river, beachside.
Well, I don't live over there,
All
so
over to the United Shoes.
See? There you go.
Mainland's everything that's this side of US 1 and everything. Then you're on the island right there, and then your beachside out there.
you can
Who
hold.
knew?
You know what? You need to hold it right next to Bucky's.
In the parking lot, man.
No, that's a big no.
You can get some
The
serious
only thing I
traffic.
like about Bucky's is when you walk into the bathroom.
All the artwork.
No, the throne room is humongous.
Oh yeah.
You can
Right?
actually walk in there, open the door, and sit down and go, "There's 8 rolls of toilet paper," and I can put my arms out like this. That's unbelievable.
Busy
Most
Bee
places-
is where it's at.
Most places I go into, you go in there and you're like, "How do I fit in there?"
I know that one. And you're looking. Okay, there's the handicap stall. Hopefully nobody comes in that needs it.
Yeah. So
The shame of walking out of the handicap stall while
There's
somebody's
no
there in a
shame.
wheelchair.
When you're a big boy, there's no shame.
Don't judge me.
Well, they just look at you, Daryl, and know you're handicapped. So,
no argument.
and then you speak, and they really know. But see,
Why
Did
what's,
I not get a bed the night at the hotel?
Because you wanted to come over and get abused.
I did, yeah.
but
you need it.
Y'all forget I was with Dave for 12 freaking hours today.
Dave's all right.
But abusing.
Oh, do I need to
12
tag,
hours, I don't
to
know,
tag
but-
Dave's comic books on this?
Yeah.
you should, because we did say his name a couple times.
We did.
And he will be set up at the Daytona Beach Comic Book Convention.
That's in the land.
That's in Deland. Along with Capital City Comics
No.
and Toys. That's right here next to us.
Yep.
Wearing a Nationals Chip's dad shirt.
Chip's dad.
What kind of chips? Lay's, Doritos.
We prefer plain Lay's or sour cream and onion.
Okay. Now, if people are driving through DeLand, there's something kind of cool hanging across the road, huh?
On Monday, there will be a big old banner that's up there and be hanging across the street up by the college. With the land, the city is able to hang a sign for you for a week for free.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you gotta have it in like 3 months in advance. Which reminds me that when I get home, I've got to put in the land one. Oh, I forgot. But it's cool because it's a big street banner. It's up there. It's got the location. It's got the date, and it does say Daytona Beach Comic Convention at the DeLand Fairgrounds. Well, actually, at the Volusia County Fairgrounds.
That's what I was thinking. People were driving like Daytona. Did they not have a typo or something? It should say DeLand Comic Shop.
We're still in Volusia County, which is part of part of Daytona and stuff. So we're
The
still in
spirit
Volusia
of
County.
Daytona. Leave it alone,
Yes.
Daryl.
So
Again, if there was something over there that I could have used, I would have gone there.
We're still coming.
yeah, everybody's gonna be there. Hey guys, sorry I was having dinner. I'll have to watch it on a replay. Martin, you haven't missed anything. Just Daryl showing up and setting off all my dogs. So
The dogs licked me. They loved me.
no, her dog would have ate your ass if it was out of the cage.
If it's
Oh,
her dog, they would have loved on me. I'm sure.
Oh
No,
no.
not the little one.
And then
He's mean.
the Gray Ghost says sour cream and onion is the best chip.
Agreed.
Okay, whatever. I'm a big chip person.
Really? But you named your son Chip.
Yeah.
So you have to be a big chip person.
Well, there's a story behind it. I had
Well,
some
no,
stock and I
no.
lost a pet.
But the thing is, your son is Chip, so you better be a big chip person.
Oh, I am a big chip person. That's yeah.
That is just that's when you set your son down at the age of 18. You're like, so let me talk to you about what your name is.
No, see, the next time I see Chip, I'm going to play just that little the little part that I've edited out that says I'm not a big chip person.
Oh yeah, there you go.
This is what your
I
dad
have
really
shirts
thinks of
printed
you.
with his name on it. He'll know different.
Yes, but you said it on national.
And then in the next clip, I lost a bet.
I taught my son when he could walk, you never trust the media. They all lie.
Ooh.
Yeah, good thing we're not media. Ask any convention.
Is that how the Daytona Beach Comic Con feels?
At this point, yes.
Well, you see, it doesn't say press. So, I mean,
The old ones
We're-
used to.
We're family now.
Yes, your family. You're in. You get one too. At the show.
For your booth.
For your booth.
now, Gray Hollow, he is an awesome artist. He did this Riddler up here that I got on the wall of originals up here. And Trish needs to reach out to him because I only got 4. I'm gonna plug our show too.
Go
I
ahead.
only got 4 artist tables left, and I think he would fit perfect
I would
in one of
love
them.
to have Gray at our show.
This show here. Olo. Contact Trish. Please.
You know it, Gray.
No, don't contract Trish. Go through and hit the little table thing.
Oh, your little icon? That's called an icon.
No, the go
I
to
thought you
the
meant a table at first.
Yeah,
You
go-
can't get the table.
go to the Olo Comic and Toy Show website. Click on table information, and go that way. Do not contact us because directly, or we will tell you to do exactly what I just said to do. Because it's too hard to.
However, Daytona Beach will not operate that way. We will gladly listen to you.
Tom will take your money. I didn't have to do that little table thing.
You will
That's
now.
because you were in the right place at the right time.
Well, that's because you were at a convention that was making you lots of money, and I took your money right then and there.
You did that was smart.
We didn't
That was
waste-
real smart.
We didn't waste any time.
And Boris says Eric Estrada is the best chip.
No.
No, John
No,
was
no, no.
better.
No, those
He hasn't
pants.
met my Chip. But here's the thing with Chip when he finally learned what his name meant. He looked at me and said, so it's a nickname. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, okay. Daryl. And looked at me. He goes, Daddy's just a nickname too.
See, now you know why you like Chip.
Mhm.
That's a smart young
He
man.
learned it from his sister. God help us all.
Mm.
And then Gray says, don't worry, guys. I'm going to get to you soon for the convention.
Okay, don't wait too long. We got 4 artist tables left.
Then you got to go up with the big boys.
He means
No.
stature and size, not actually big and like players, but
So I guess he's talking about you because everybody wants to be around you.
Huh?
that was my thing. I did say I had to be by the cool corner.
Uh-huh. Okay. And Martin says Bruce Jenner was a chip off the old block.
That was a good one, Martin. That was.
Martin, That's what Chip's nickname came from. Chip off the old block.
And Boris says John was too vanilla. The diet Mr. Pibbs of chips.
Oh, Boris.
I love Boris. And Boris is going to be at Olo.
Yeah.
So, what else is going on at the Daytona show?
This is how you side.
I lost all train of thought. I have no idea where I'm at.
Welcome to my life. There's multiple trains going in every minute. So.
Now, how expensive is it to get into Daytona? I don't think we've talked about that.
It's cheap. It's affordable. It's $10 for the day. Come in Saturday, it's $10. Come in Sunday, it's $10. If you come for both days, it's $15. Since there's a lot going on that weekend,
there's like 5 freaking events that weekend.
There are. Ancient City Con is up in St. Augustine that weekend. So we've reached out and talked to Max Michaels, who runs the show. Anyone that goes to that event, either Friday or Saturday, keep your wristband. Come to the Daytona show the next day, and we will let you in for half off.
Cool.
We're also doing the same thing with Jeff over in Lakeland at his Collector Fest. That is the correct name, right?
Lakeland Collectors Fest, yeah.
Collectors Fest. So his show is on Saturday the 18th. So if you go there and you pay to go into his show, keep the wristband. Come by on Sunday, Daytona. It's $5 to get in with the wristband to say, hey, look, I was at Lakeland. This is the wristband. You hand it in to us. We charge you $5. We give you a new wristband, which could be a cool one like this, or it could be a paper one. I don't know. Depends. I really don't know. But you got to admit, at least I'm honest about it. But you get in for $5, and we have plenty of free parking, and I do mean plenty of free parking.
There's tons of
there is tons. And before I continue, Martin says the best creators in the state will be at Daytona.
Yes, they
will.
I'm going to have to say yes.
And then Bill
Nins, yes.
Nins, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to kill his last name.
Well, he does need to make it. Bill, I will see you at Tampa. I see you at MegaCon. I see you at a lot of shows. Scott Dolan in the past has told you. I've told you. Tony Hines has told you. You really do need to come to this show. 30 plus comic book vendors.
31.
Actually, there's more than 31.
Oh, 32.
More than 32. But we're going with 30 plus.
And Daryl thinks he's a comic vendor.
37 of them all together.
I just bought a gigantic collection.
Daryl's not a comic vendor. Daryl is a pop vendor.
No, Daryl.
No, I'm talking pop little fidget poppers.
Daryl also has mystery boxes.
Yep.
You had some of the Loungefly stuff.
I do.
No, so we have vendors that have all kinds of different things.
Yep. And Daryl, with no joking aside, Daryl is one of those that has a variety of different things. If you go to his anywhere from Legos to, like I said, those little fidget poppers, I yelled at my daughter for actually getting
one of those damn things.
Pixel Pals, T-shirts, purses, hats, pops, action figures, Star Wars. What's going to be your big Star Wars thing that you're trying to sell this time?
I just got a Star Wars collection now that I'm taking to the Star Wars show. And it's like when you buy a collection, you never know what's in it. I saw it on Facebook yard sale. It was a bunch of lightsabers. We had some other stuff. It was $100. The lightsabers were worth that. My buddy Eric, y'all remember Eric, big man Eric? His jaw hit the floor because I sent him a picture because I couldn't think of the name of one of the figures. And he's like, "Are you messing with me?" I said, "No, it was in a collection that's bought. It's a $110 figure by itself." And I paid $100 for the whole collection. It's got some great stuff in there. Ooh, Pixel
Pals.
For you guys that don't know, this is a Pixel Pal, and they light up.
They're really cool.
They're really cool.
They're really cool, except for the fact you should never buy 8 double pallets of the suckers at one time.
Lessons learned.
Yeah.
Now,
but you had a good deal.
I did. It was a good deal.
Now, Bill says, I know, I hear it's just nothing but awesome, real Comic Con. And actually, I will tell you, I was actually interviewed one time for Daytona. That was a few years back. And I don't lie. A lot of people save up for MegaCon because they want to spend all their money at MegaCon. I save up for Daytona because there's like comics that I'm only going to see at his show. There's only dealers I'm ever going to see at his show. You got dealers coming from.
Well, this year we have a dealer coming out of Maryland, one out of North Carolina, one out of South Carolina, 3 of them out of Georgia, and then I think Jack's driving out of Tennessee. Fortress Comics, I can't remember. I think it's Tennessee, and then all parts of Florida. The one year we had Shelton Drum come down that runs Heroes Aren't Hard to Find, his store, and then he also runs the Heroes Con. And he came down and set up, and there was more Golden Age in that just in his booth alone than you'd see at most shows. So Bill, it really is worth your time to drive out there. And if you're into comics and you want to trade or buy or just see some cool stuff, this is it. I mean, this is a good show. And there will be people that do have dollar books and probably some 50-cent bins.
But you better watch out, Martin, because I've been getting my hands wet with collecting the comics, and I go through and I just buy out their 50-cent books.
Hey. Don't worry, Martin. Come to my booth. You'll get some super deals on some old stuff from me. Tom was amazed at the deals I was giving off some of that stuff.
You did well at some of them shows. Yeah, but there's again, it's
make you the same deal I made you at MegaCon.
There's just plenty of stuff to see there as far as comic related stuff. Everything from the vintage Golden Age to silver to bronze to current stuff, trade paperbacks, magazines, undergrounds, original art. Posters.
Now, the number one reason to go to Daytona
is to see me.
No. Oh, hell no. The Feeling Good food truck.
Feeling Good food truck will be there.
Yeah,
they will be there, and then what a shish. Shish kebab. She does shish kebab. Ooh. So we got those 2 trucks that are going to be there for food.
So I can eat healthy on one day and bad on the other day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, however you want to do it.
Well, shish kebabs are actually healthy, so I can.
Both trucks will be there both days. We actually have a guy that's coming in, and he's bringing in a flight simulator.
I saw that.
Yeah, so he'll pull up. He'll have his trailer. You can get in, and you can do a takeoff and a landing. And it's just a few dollars.
And see, with Daryl, that all happens all at once because he goes to take off and he crashes and lands right there. Boom. Later, we're on
that
camera.
Would really make an interesting video
where you can talk that way. But yeah, the flight simulator is going to be something that we have. We're going to do 2 panels on Saturday, 1 panel on Sunday, and then Sunday will be the day that we do a costume contest. But instead of doing the big group thing, we'll have the people come in and they'll go see. We got the True Aquaman Rick Stafford. Yep. He'll be there, and then in the other room there is customers for
a cause.
For our cause, yes. Yep. So they're going to be in there. They have a booth. So there'll be other people that you can see. Our buddy Nick is coming with his Power Ranger buddy. T, I forget how to pronounce his name.
Oh, T Money.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they're going to come up. They're going to hang out both days.
Tiberius.
Yeah, Tiberius. There, thank you.
Did you see the smile on Trish's face when y'all mentioned that?
I love T Money.
I could tell.
He's my buddy.
Oh, they're great.
Oh, him and Nick. Oh,
yes.
Man.
And she lit up. She was glowing.
Nick
I'm glad you said that. I love T.
Nick runs Versus. I don't know what it's called anymore.
Versus Games. I don't
think
it's
Versus Games.
Yeah, no more.
It's Versus Games in the Vito Mall. Go check them out. They're really cool.
Give me a minute. I'll tag it.
Yeah, because Nick will either dress up as Batman, the Joker, or Deadpool.
Deadpool. He's known for the Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's the Sanford Deadpool.
And then T
now he's versus Deadpool.
T usually dresses up as one of the Power Rangers.
T? Yeah. Yep. His thing now is the Shredder Green Ranger. That's the one that you got your picture
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I'm photobombing behind you.
Yeah, well, they always want to have a picture where they're trying to kill me. So,
That's not a good thing.
well, it's their thing. They're happy. I run, but they'll be there. So, if you're a person that wants to come and cosplay, we'd love to have you. Just make sure that you realize that masks are required. So once you go into the venues, you have to have a face mask on.
Now I'm gonna go. Do you have a certain type of mask they have to wear, or anything that's just a face covering?
They can, the neck face covering that you pull up, they can have.
Okay.
They can bring a face covering like this, as long as it covers the nose and the mouth. It can't be riding underneath your nose. Can't be up on your forehead or a chin strap. It's got to cover your nose and your mouth. You can also wear a full face shield. There are some people that don't like wearing a mask. They got a full face shield on. I'm fine with that. I don't want to have to come over and remind you to put it on. I just prefer that everybody does it.
Because Tom will come over and
Whoa, Scooby Doo!
because he's watching. And by the way, this is for you. Christian says, "Look at all that sexiness." He saw the reflection.
The big sexiness is walking out to the other room.
No, I asked because a lot of conventions have said like no neck gaiters and all that.
No, we're not going to check to see if you've gotten a shot or if you've gotten a test. If you don't feel good, please don't come. Stay home.
Yep.
If you're coming here and you want to have fun and everything, just wear your mask on your face while you're in the venue. When you go out and if you take it off or whatever you're doing, just go do what you want to do. But while you're in the venue and you've paid to be there, you need to cover your nose and your mouth. And
Christian says, "How about if I wear it on my butt cheeks and smack my ass and call me Sally?"
Are we past 10 o'clock yet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
just
can't
hit
answer
9.
that. Yeah, I can't answer that then.
No, it's after 9. That's
Yep,
usually
it's
our.
after 9.
And then Hades saying, on that note, goodbye.
Bye, Haiti.
Have a good one, Hades.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by. Now, is Christian going to be at your show?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I believe Christian is supposed to be in Texas that weekend. I don't know if he's doing that show or not, but he was signed up to do Texas.
Ah.
At least there are some small favors.
Can I show my nipple now since Christian's on?
It's not past 10.
Go ahead. I
That's
mean,
fine.
It's past 9.
yeah, our rules past 9.
Tom has rules past 10. Our rule is past 9.
Christian's the one that once you get him started, that's it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, is he still on?
Yeah.
Hey, Christian, all the cool kids are live, not having to watch it at home like you.
He wants you to smack his ass and call him Sally.
I'll do it for $1.
Really? Only
Okay.
$1?
Yeah, I'm cheap.
You'll pay him $1 just to smack his ass?
No, he doesn't pay me.
Well, that's not what you said.
No, he said he'd do it for $1.
Yeah, he said he'd do it for $1.
Yeah, he would pay $1 to do it.
Right?
I'll do it with enthusiasm for $5.
You're gonna pay him $5?
He pays me.
I'll sit
Where
back
are
out of
you?
this one.
He wants you to pull my hair. And Hades like, oh my God.
I can smack it good, though. That's the difference. I get paid for that.
I'm not coming over to visit no more.
Well, you
They've
can.
only asked me for 3-4 years to do this. So you're good for another 3 or 4.
Right?
No, we just asked you to stop by. I didn't really say for the show.
Oh, oops.
But we're glad you're here.
Sorry, Tom.
No, we're glad you're here.
Because I remember we were supposed to have a joint show one time and it got canceled. I finally I'm not gonna read any of that stuff that he's writing, by the way, just so you know. No, he wants you to whisper to me.
To you or to him?
To me.
I'll whisper to somebody.
And then let's see, Boris, OCD is sounding like a dark corner in the Jiggly Hut all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Hey,
I have these two on here and look at the people they attract.
It goes south really quickly.
And it wasn't that way until Daryl showed up.
I get that a lot.
Right.
That's what 20 plus years of politics will do for you.
Okay, so back to
I'm
it.
like, what are you doing? These hand signals. Are you trying to like cut somebody and then realize you were rebeering? I'm like, what the hell?
So you
Should
do-
go down here.
Well, I just go like this, but he's
He
like,
was doing these hand
Well,
signals
he's
like
got it.
You
man.
usually you can't see the hand signals
I saw those. It got me worried.
because usually the camera's here, so I can make the little hand signals.
Water boy next time.
At least I know what he's talking about.
That bothered me too. That he trained so
Really?
well.
No, I don't.
That bothered me too. That he had you trained so well for that.
No, it's
And Mike
only trained
Thompson's
for
back
Tom.
in. Hey, Mike, I am glad you could show up. If you guys are free the weekend of the 18th
And 19.
and 19th, you should come down. And you might have a show because they are artists. So they might be at Ancient City because that's close because they're out of Jack. So they might be at Ancient City. But if you're free, you need to stop by for Daytona Beach Comic Convention.
At the Volusia County Fairgrounds.
Yep, he says all that stuff.
I'd say all that stuff. It's at the Volusia County Fairgrounds. There's two buildings that we're using. One's the oh shit, now I forgot the names of the buildings. You guys got me off on all that other craziness. So we'll be at the Tommy Lawrence Arena. Thank you, Daryl, for showing up and helping me. And then at the Hubert S. Talent building, and the two buildings will house the Daytona Beach Comic Book Convention and the Small Press Showcase, which $10 to get in. Saturday is 10 to 5. Sunday is 10 to 4, and that's $10. Or if you come in Saturday and want to do both days, it's $15. And once again, if you are at Ancient City Con, it's not Comic Con, Ancient City Con, and you've paid to be there either Friday or Saturday, keep your wristband, come to the Daytona show, and you can get in for half price. So for a day, it'd be $5 instead of $10. Plenty of free parking. We're also doing the same thing for anybody that goes to Collector Fest, I
It
believe.
is Central
Collector
Florida
Fest.
Collector Fest.
Central Florida. I thought it was Lakeland Collector Fest. Okay.
No,
but Central Florida Collector Fest in Lakeland on Saturday the 18th.
CCCF.
I am getting confused. If you're there Saturday, you pay to be there. You have a good time.
No,
If you want to buy
CFCF.
more stuff, come see us on the 19th and bring your wristband, and we'll let you in for a half off.
You didn't mention the other special you have going.
What other
If
stuff?
you get to the desk and tell them, Christian, you get in for $20.
Okay, so let's go up here. And no Christian, he will not be there.
Until
No,
building
up here,
ends,
up here.
yes.
Hold on, we'll get there. Let's
I
go
ain't got
down
time
here.
for Christian.
No, that's what I was just saying.
Candy paint, yeah, no, it's
No.
time to move on.
Did you guys watch the new Matrix trailer? I have not watched that yet. I've been so busy getting ready for this show, and I don't know why. And then Boris, if the show is going to go into sexy talk time, Boris can dig out old family collection of erotic picture etchings on turnips and join the conversation. I would like to see that, Boris. Go for it.
Actually.
I would like to see Boris and Christian together on this show.
Woo, yeah, I'll pay dollars for that too.
right?
I would like to see that.
I think Christian would finally lose to
He
somebody.
would meet his match.
Well, that would be a good head-to-head right there between them two.
That'd be better than Florida State and that little geeky team Notre Dame.
Okay, Bill wants to know, is anyone going to have original
Yes.
art available at the show?
Yes. Just so that he knows, Pop Culture Playground will have some original art there. Bill Black is bringing some original art with him. Most of the other guests will have original art. Bud Root will be there. Anyone that knows Bud Root knows him from Cave Woman, so he'll have original art. You can also get original art done at the show by different artists that will do sketches for you. So yes, there is original art there.
But more importantly, will you see your partner,
Which one of my partners?
Trina?
the one that does the eBay?
Jake will
Jake.
be there.
Jake. And
Jambalaya Jake
he's
will be
drinking
there.
sweet tea, guys.
It's been a long day. I actually worked 10 hours today, which is
Oh,
8 more than I
bullshit.
normally do.
He worked 10 hours around a bunch of people in
Oh no, I worked.
bikinis.
I worked, 10 hours straight. Make sure
You got to make these smaller next time. They don't fit in the damn bottle.
Here, give
Here,
him
give me one.
I had that problem too. Too big to get in those small openings like that.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, back to Jake.
Yes.
He posted a poster today.
Nixon.
Nixon on.
We have a couple of those.
And they're $30.
Yes. He's actually bringing Martin Piero. I hope I
Yep.
didn't kill your name, Martin. It asked about one of them, and he's bringing one for him.
He's bringing 2.
Okay, so Jake, I don't know if you're watching this, probably
He's
not.
not.
If he's got a life, he's not.
That's not nice to say about my show, man.
But bring one for Daryl too. I'll text you later.
I came over. What does that say?
You were here for Tom.
Oh, hey, Trish.
Did you show Daryl the cool stuff I gave you?
No, just
He's just not allowed to have it.
no. He can pay. Oh wait, he is.
He is. See the cool.
Oh yeah, you flashed at me a few minutes ago.
Look on the back. That way you'll know what time to be there.
Oh yeah, it's the Daytona Beach Comic Con at the
Volusia County Fairgrounds.
in the land.
But I was going to go back up to Bill. If you go, I already know John Martin has put out his prices for his
Doing
original.
convention sketches. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that is
I want to
actually
see
on
that,
our
actually.
Facebook page.
That's cool.
The Viking. John the Viking Martin.
Brent was at the land and actually brought some artwork with him, so I'm pretty certain he'll
No.
bring
No.
stuff with him.
I'm gonna push something for Brent right there. His newest book, number 3 and 4, just went on Kickstarter last night.
Book that they do on the back.
Now I need a new set because they contaminated. He's touching
I
all
will-
over.
Buddy, let me tell you something. I'm a former esteemed elected official. They just whip in value.
See, I heard you were corrupt though.
They're all corrupt.
I know.
I was an honest politician, just like my boy Nixon. He is my hero.
You're an honest politician. That's why you're not a politician.
Pretty
anymore.
much that's what happened. When a politician comes out of office poor, that should tell you a lot about him. Those are neat.
Yeah, no, that's something cool and different that Silverline's doing. So they put them together.
And the thing is, all these books on the back, I have all these books. I know Tom does too.
Most of them probably.
You
Yeah.
realize they can't see any of them.
Yeah, because they were so far back, but
Well,
Yeah,
no,
cool.
because I'm putting the new one
in
behind
front of the
the.
back. How many of those ultras did you have?
Not
Not enough.
yet.
There you go.
There's
I
there's
still got
two
more.
left.
No, but like I said, with Silverline Comics, K-List number 3 and 4 just hit Kickstarter last night / today. So Brent, that's Brent's book, and so go to Kickstarter. You can back it. Goes for a couple weeks. I already, Trish doesn't know, I already bought the original artwork for page 13.
Damn.
On top of it,
I already know.
there's still more.
Oh, okay, good.
You already know.
I hate missing
I already
out.
know because if there's a Kickstarter that comes out, you've already backed it.
Yeah, but see, Roland was pissed with me last time because I bought Martin's original artwork instead of his. So
Ooh,
Ooh, a little fight there.
it was.
shame on you.
Some of the other publishers and artists will actually be doing their own limited editions for the show as well.
Now is Martin going to do any?
Martin is. He's got a couple books that got one book that he's doing that says Daytona Beach Comic Con on it. So he did ask me if I was okay with that, which hey, I'm fine. Anybody that wants to do something that's got that brand on it and says Daytona Beach in the land.
I love it.
But yeah, we've got other artists and stuff that are going to be there that are putting out their own brand on the book. So
Now Trish has put out the link to the Kickstarter, and I'm very partial to this one because I actually, before Kalis even came out, I got to read the comic before it even went anywhere because I was interviewing Brent, so they wanted him and Roland let me see the comic, and I loved it.
where'd you interview him at?
Here. Oh, I the first time was here, and then I interviewed him again at the land.
In the land.
In the land. And then
It's an ongoing joke now.
Forevermore. I'm having T-shirts printed that says Daytona Beach Comic Con in the land.
Maybe there next year. Never know.
Well, hey,
I might move it to Orlando.
I want to. Hey, back off.
End of January next year.
No, you're staying. Everybody needs to just stay out of Orlando. Leave me alone.
I tried to step in there.
I know.
I
Yeah,
tried.
you did.
I walked away. I
Well,
let other people take over.
I was going to say it was a good thing you walked away because now we took it.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing.
I just have one question. How long has that fish tank been here? I just not noticed it.
It's been
The
there
whole
for,
time you've been sitting here, it's been there.
I should have warned
And the
y'all.
last
I
time I
took
was
an
here-
over instead of driving
an
rental.
over.
Yeah, it's getting that time. I actually took some pills before I come over too. Another reason I'm not drinking.
Nice.
I guess they're kicking in.
On that note,
I need to know what an over is.
is it
Uber.
cheaper
But you said
than an
over.
Okay, that's for oversized people.
Oberon.
Uber?
Hey, you like my fish tank?
I do. I just noticed it though.
There's a
A blue
lobster
lobster.
in there. A blue lobster.
He's like he
Is
likes
your
my-
rock lobster?
See, he's right there in
He's
front
on
of
my
the white.
blue lobster.
See, look, right over there, right in front of the white rock.
Huh.
Do you
We
actually
got-
see him?
No. I don't even see a white rock.
You don't see a white rock? Okay. Cut him off on the sweet tea.
Is
Right.
it that thing there, which is yellow looking from this angle?
No, it's a white rock.
Oh. Yeah, you can't see that crap from this angle over here, dude. I
Okay.
really thought you were screwing with me. at first.
Lobster, not a crab.
Oh, whatever it
It's
is.
a lobster. Back in Colorado, we call it crawdad, but they call it a lobster.
We got him when he was this big.
That ain't a crawdad, dude.
Mm.
Yeah. And see the angel fishes right there? They were this big when I bought them. And then the sharks, they were tiny too.
What the hell drugs did you take on your way over here?
Well,
Legally prescribed mixed with the weed from the guy
I was gonna say,
driving
he
the
did
Uber.
Mixed
did
with
say it was
weed.
smoking.
Weed does not hurt you, man. Weed's
I
good
finally
for you.
asked God, can you turn the music down a little bit because I think they can hear you in Jamaica. And secondly, can you crack the window? I have never not left a review or a tip for Uber until tonight.
well,
You've never tipped an Uber driver till
I always
tonight?
do, and I did not tonight. Are you messing with me again?
No, you said you've never tipped or
No,
left
I
a
always tip them
review.
and I always leave them, a good review until tonight. I'm like, this is unique.
just takes the right person to get in that car.
Okay, Tom. So
Back to
Back
the
on
show.
track.
let's go back to the show.
Are we
And
talking about the land in the land or Daytona in the land?
well, we'll talk about the land of the land in December
Okay.
or January. 'Cause
Or
that's when,
Olo in February.
no, I can't talk about Olo. Well, I always talk about Olo, but
We always talk about it.
I gotta plug my own show
Gotta keep it relevant.
now. And we have a Daryl.
Daryl's here and Steve's having a brain fart, but we're all right.
No,
Has this been the
I'm
most distracted
sitting.
show you've ever done?
I'm sitting here. It's like I want to say something, but Daryl's over there. And the thing is, I know the microphone's good enough that it's picking up every little thing you're doing over there.
And you haven't even been drinking. That's...
So how's Chip doing?
He's good. He called me to say goodnight. Give it a million. They always call me every night before we go to bed, but I'm out of town to say goodnight.
See, you should have told Don to put on the show, and they could have said, "So, take it away."
Yeah, we have not always let them watch the show till it's close to 9 o'clock. Sometimes it gets really fun. Usually it's because of me going to bed naked, but
Yeah, we're happy.
Actually,
Have,
I'm here. I can start getting undressed now.
No,
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 Christian,
no,
no,
no.
Christian.
No, I go all the way. I don't do this belly stuff.
No.
Okay.
Any viewers left there?
Actually, yeah, we do. We got some viewers now. You got two different grading companies
Yes.
set up.
Yep. Level 10 will be there. They represent CBCS. And they will take in any books that people want to submit for Blue Label, or if they want to get something signed by somebody that's there, they will do a signature series for them as well. Alpha Omega certifications. They are our main grading company that we have for CGC.
And they're also a sponsor for OLO.
And yes, and they are the sponsor for the land. Right down there at the bottom.
And
that's in
the land.
The land.
Okay, see, I'm gonna go back. The only reason I say is because Tom has had Daytona for what, 12 years now?
At least, yeah.
And it's always been in Daytona.
Yes.
So a lot of these people, they don't pay attention that stuff has changed.
Even though I send out emails and tell them we're in a new location,
I'm
going to have to go up and put a sign at the Embry Riddle
Turn
ICI.
here.
Right? Daryl, go back.
So I
We're
just
22 miles away.
I just want everybody to know, on the off chance you're watching the show, either live or on the repeat, like a lot of people do, that you know Daytona is actually not at Embry Riddle this year.
It's at the Volusia County Fairgrounds.
In the land.
But Daytona is at Embry Riddle because Daytona is not moved. It's just the show is moved.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to confuse them even more.
You just made it worse.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to clarify.
Oh, they were trying to make it better.
Okay. Now, Bill says he keeps hearing about EGS comic grading from Orlando area, I think.
Actually, Melbourne.
Yeah, I was going to say that's Melbourne.
They are a small company that have asked about doing the show. With two grading companies already, I just don't have room for another. There's something you're going to have to do your own research into to see if it's something you might want to use.
The only person that I know that's used them is Cool as Heck, the artist.
Maybe some of the Melbourne stores.
Yeah, well, probably. What is that one that he goes to?
9.9.
No, not 9.9.
Kingdom of Comics.
Kingdom of Comics.
Yeah, no, they'll actually be set up at the show.
But I believe Cool met EGS at Kingdom of Comics.
He may have, yeah. Like I said, I know EGS is out of the Melbourne area. They did ask to do the show, but with all Level 10 and Alpha Omega being there, and then I have Spineworks, and he's also somebody that can submit books. And then I have other people that are witnesses. I just do not have the room to have more in there.
Well, you don't want to overpopulate, anyways.
No, I want to sell comics. I want people to have fun
And pops.
and some pops and toys
Vintage
and
toys.
lounge fly.
No, see, and that's what I like.
I like that stuff.
I do too, but
It's
I'm
expensive.
very low on inventory. Nick will have plenty. Nick will be there.
Yep, Nick's gonna be
Nick
there.
will have
Pop
plenty.
Fan Toys will be set up there.
Nick will have plenty of lounge fly.
Yeah, so
Now, see, what I like about Alpha Omega is because they not only do the comics, they do the cards, the trading cards.
yep, trading cards, pops, and they are getting into doing grading with toys as well.
Ah, see, I gotta talk to him.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
A bat plane up there.
He's right now. I'm pretty certain it's a done deal, but they're working with one of the grading companies that does toys, and they're going to be one of the representatives that can take your items and submit them for you.
That's cool because I was actually going to ask you tonight if you knew somebody, because I do have a bat plane. It's still brand new in the box. The box has been open just to verify it was still brand new in the box.
Well, the thing is with some of the grading companies, like with toys, they, depending on what your budget is, they can package it any way you want to display it. They can display it with the box inside the lucite case with the plane on it, or the figures, or whatever you want it done, and you design it, they can do it. You just got to be able to have the money for the budget.
Oh yeah.
But they, as far as I know, they were looking into doing something with a toy grading company, and I'm pretty certain it's pretty close to being a done deal. So they would be somebody that you could go to.
Well, I'll talk with Brian or Steven at Daytona.
Yeah, Brian, Steven, Tracy. I think Jason's coming with them. They will have a booth in the main room in the Tommy Lawrence Arena, and then they will have one in the smaller room where the small press showcase is at.
That way it's easier to witness.
Yep. So they're in both because we have the wrestlers and stuff in the smaller building with Inverse Press, plus all the indie publishers and artists that are in there. So if anybody wants to get some art done or something, and because they also do grade artwork done on a comic, like if you got a blank cover or whatever, they can encapsulate it for you. But again, getting back to Bill with the EGS, I mean that's just I know it's a grading company out of Melbourne area. I personally have never done much other than interact with him about doing the show, and the fact that I just have way too many facilitators already. It's nothing against him or anybody else. It's just, there's only X amount of people that can do so much before you flood the market and nobody can make any money. I have one person that does t-shirts. I have one person that's doing nothing but, tons of Disney pins and stuff. And
double lucky.
Yes, double lucky. And if I brought somebody else in to do that kind of stuff, then the money would be not enough where they could survive either one of them. And then they would probably never come back. So we want to keep a good mix in there in the room and have everybody happy so that at the end they're looking forward to coming back next year and doing the show again.
Yeah, and the most I know about EGS is like up at the top of where it's graded, like with CGS and all that, the colors mean something.
Yeah.
But with EGS, you can pick whatever color you want or design. If you want Spider-Man design, you can have that. So the top of theirs where it has all the info, the colors doesn't mean anything because you can pick whatever design you want up there. That I did find out because, like I said, I ran into an artist that had it, and I was asking, like, well, that one is black and this one is yellow. What's it mean? He's like, oh, I just wanted that one black and this one. He's like, on my next one, the Spider-Man cover down trolley, gonna have Spider-Man up at the top.
So basically, all they're doing is giving it a grade, and there's no standard color because when you look through a box of CGC books or CBCS books, that if they're blue, it's a universal grade. If they're purple, that means there's been some kind of restoration done.
Yellow is signature.
Yep, signature. Green means that somebody wrote inside or on the cover somewhere, so it's not a verified thing. And CBCS used to do red label, and that was where you paid extra to have the autograph verified by a third company that would verify whether the signature was real or not. Like I said, I've never had any dealings with EGS, so I guess I need to learn a little bit more about them.
Yeah. And see, Daryl, now you can start getting some of your toys graded.
I'm not a big fan of grading toys because very few do I keep in the box to begin with. But,
well, I'm saying the stuff that you're selling. Because for some reason, this whole grading thing is like the new thing of getting everything graded.
It is. But the bulk of my business right now, because it's the hot thing, is pops. And it's insane, no offense to the pop collectors out there, the things they look for. I mean, I can have a brand new case at the show and there's something wrong with it.
Hey, Carlos.
There is a little thumb mark on the very corner. Hold on. Let me get my phone out to magnify it 100%. Look at that. R is not completely black. Yeah. There's one white dot on it.
And so it's just not worth sitting in grading because I'm not going to do it.
Now you know why half of my getting out of it, collecting and stuff.
And, I still collect a few of them, but Tom was mentioning having, only so many vendors of each one. The neat thing about the pop dealers he's got there, Nick does a ton of high-end grails. Come to me, you can get one of two things, either stuff that's hot off the shelf that week, because we get shipments from Funko every week, or you're going to get some really cheap stuff I'm blowing out, one of the two.
No, we have.
And he doesn't always remember, because when I say, hey, if you see a Target shredder, or
You got.
Don't be offended. You come in my booth and there's a Target Shredder. It's like, I thought you just said that for me. I said,
Splinter, Target Splinter. I'm sorry.
Splinter,
or whatever it
yeah.
was.
We got Johnny White's going to be setting up at the show, and he's actually running a pop show this weekend.
Yep.
Yep. So, are you gonna?
I'm finishing up surf Saturday afternoon, packing up, driving down to Avanti across the street, setting up, and be there
Very
Sunday.
cool.
You're there for Sunday.
I'm there for Sunday. Michelle will be there both days from Dave's Comic Box. So Dave will be with me when we break down there. But it's pop shows. It's really weird because
You never know
you're never going to find exactly.
You never know what you're going to find or what the flavor of the month is.
And it's going to get harder. I know it's if you're a Funko collector, you're about to see prices go up by at least $1.
Yep, because they put out that thing that they're all going to what, $12.50?
I think it's gonna be $13 to $13.50.
I thought it was supposed to be a standard $12.50.
Hot Topics already at $12.50.
Yeah,
before the price increase.
But it was mostly to get the big box stores that like Walmart that's $8.50 and all this to be at the same. That's what I heard. You know more because you
Funko. I have this discussion a lot when I'm at shows. Some dealers are selling stuff for $10 because I question whether if they're buying a collection, that's one thing. But if they're buying new stuff, your average Funko, if you're buying direct from Funko right now, is $5.75. It's going to $6.75.
You don't want to say all that online.
Oh well, it is what it is. But you have another $1 in there. Yes, you have another $1 for shipping per piece in there. So there's no way to make a living if you're selling it only $2-$3 ever. And that's why we moved all of ours to $12 now because we used to be $10 and I'm like, we're going to 12 because it's not worth it. I'm sitting there basically making $1 or $2 off these things. It's just not worth it.
And now everybody's going to go up to you. I know you only paying $6 for this shit.
Well, they do, and I don't care.
And see, I did that to him because I was there when he made a deal one time where he got them all for $2 a piece.
Buying collections is different. That is totally different.
No, I know, but I'm sitting there. It's like, then he turned around and said, "I'll sell it to you for $12." I know you just paid $2 a piece.
I have never charged you list price,
dude. It was a joke. I'm trying
I'm
to
just saying. You always get the family discount. You pay me more. But the other problem that has not come into play yet with both Funko and if you're collecting Marvel Legends, any of the Star Wars Black Series Retro, all of those in the last month have seen a $2 to $3 per piece on wholesale costs go up. And that was before, and that was part of the reason is cost of material. But the other thing was container prices from China went from $6,000 to $25,000. Last week they had $30,000 a container. We keep thinking they will not go up anymore, but we're wrong.
Well, if they get them out of the coast of,
yeah, because I heard that they blocked that channel again today.
It doesn't matter. It's a shortage of containers. And the other problem, and this is your hot tip O.C.D. watching tonight, speaking with Steve. If you have kids, buy your Christmas presents this week because the closer you get to Christmas, the worse your selection is going to be. I work in the toy industry. That's what I'm down here for. It's a convention that we represent.
Yeah, you sell toys at a bikini show.
And we sell a lot of them.
And it's not the good toys.
No, it's not. It's kid stuff. But as stores are learning, toys is a good revenue, and it's a very profitable revenue for them. So, yeah, we're a surf shop, but if we have toys, these guys bringing their kids in are going to go out with toys.
Yeah.
And it's become a huge profit center, especially since you have the collapse.
Well, shouldn't the kids be at school? It is a Thursday.
Well, this is an expo. The businesses are coming in. So we had some kids up there, oddly enough, too. But they're learning that toys are not just – we don't have a major toy store anymore. You have a few mom and pops left. You've got Walmart and Target with their selections are being strong.
We've got a big toy store at least twice a year. It's called Daytona Beach Comic Con and Toy Show and the Land Comic and Toy Show. And if you want some
really cool stuff, that's where you head. If you want cool Christmas stuff, that's where you're going to be doing this year too, probably. There's going to be a huge toy shortage this Christmas. Our vendors are already saying, and they announced this, there's going to be a shortage of turkeys come next month. It's just the supply chain everywhere. The stores who listened and stocked up early are going to be in a much better position. The stores who thought, oh, this is a sales gimmick to get us to buy now are now learning they're in trouble. Unless you want bubble poppers, I got plenty of them.
Oh, I want the inside scoop on what the new hot fad's going to be. Because now everybody's doing the bubble poppers because Winn-Dixie is now selling them.
Yeah.
So now it's time to change to something new.
But this was what's funny, though. I had a lady in there today, and she said, they're not selling for me. I said, what happened? Because, I was really surprised to hear they weren't selling because y'all saw me. I sold at MegaCon. And she says, we brought like 10,000 pieces in, and now they're sitting there. I said, were they the same design? She says, yeah. Why does that matter? I said, kids are now, it's become a collective thing. Kids want every different style and color out there, and they're actually ranking them. This is a common, this is a legendary, this is a superior, this is ultra rare, and there's nothing ultra rare about any of them except for
ultra rare.
Ultra rare.
Except Tom's store went real heavy on the first round and got a bunch of hamburgers. Now he's got hamburgers, but Steve didn't go heavy, and he's got like 15 designs, and so that's what's making Steve sell more money.
That and the colors.
The colors are, and they're just, our company we represent is coming in. They have 60 different ones available right now. They even have a mystery bag of them available right now. I love me some mystery bag, but it's just, that's the only fad that's on the horizon other than candy.
We don't talk candy in here.
Oh, well, I couldn't supply you with toxic sun liquors because the company I represent's out. And they've been out since March because of TikTok. TikTok is driving everything. I've got some stores who are actually going out and hiring influencers just to push product. And they'll call me and say, I want 1,000 pieces of this. And what they do is once they get it in, they have that TikTok person do it, and they can blow it out. It's just, TikTok is the new thing that's driving everything.
Yep.
I got Trish snoring on TikTok.
Oh my God.
It does.
Why you have not smothered him in his sleep? None of us understand.
Okay, and Boris says Walmart is garbage for toys. Every store in Ocala has a toy department that looks like it hasn't been stocked, save for the Legos, in years, and Target is getting the same way.
It's going to be worse, Boris. It's going to be the year of the independent seller if they were smart and brought inventory in.
But the thing is, and no disregard to what you've been saying, Walmart's been looking like that for years. They haven't been keeping stuff in stock for a long time. And you also know the minute that it comes in stock, it's already on clearance.
Well, there's another problem with Walmart too, though. A lot of the manufacturers,
their employees,
no longer want to.
I said they're employees.
Well, but they got some good employees.
They have 22 registers and one person working, and then they want you to go over there and do self checkout, and I don't get a discount for working for them.
Because you're getting your discount by not raising the prices because they're no longer paying $15 minimum an hour. But
that's why everything got left on the shelf and I didn't go in there.
The problem, though,
if
with
a person
Walmart
doesn't
Target,
want to work for their damn money, really.
Yeah. But try to get some help in Walmart. They don't want to work for their money either.
They don't.
Hey,
I agree.
Or
we
looking
had
for a
one good
computer.
guy. Yeah, we had one nice guy.
There's some unicorns out there. But the problem with Walmart and Target, they have beat Tom's Toys, goes in there and wants to sell them their next little fidget.
You Tom's Toys now?
It's a new
Oh,
thing.
you'd be surprised.
Okay.
Tom's adult toys. Go ahead, Daryl.
Now you know why Trina has a hurt back.
Oh, Trina's not watching this.
She'll watch tomorrow.
No, God, don't put me on. That was Steve and Tom, not Trish and Daryl.
Oh, she loves Trish.
I love Trina.
But at the end of the day, the problem with Walmart and Target is they no longer employ people like me as reps, bringing them what's new and hot. And then when they do get a new person through, like say Tom's Toys, they take Tom's $10 toy and they beat him down in price so bad. And then halfway through the sales cycle, those reduced prices you see in there, they're not losing money. They're charging them back to Tom, and they're putting business, and a lot of businesses don't want to touch them anymore. And usually when we have one of our manufacturers say, oh, we're going to Target, many of them don't survive. Or we're going into Walmart. Walmart's the worst one. It just, they don't survive.
I remembered after this weekend, because of the deal that you told me about, why I don't go to Walmart. Because when we're asking for somebody, hey, can you just scan the barcode? Because a friend of ours said, you know, that if you scan the barcode, you might actually say, you just need to take my word for it because I work here. And
No,
that's why. Yeah, that's
what they told you.
Yeah.
You didn't see the other side of church that day.
Oh man, I just had a text.
I walked away.
Kelsey literally had to tell me you better walk away before you hurt somebody.
Now finish the rest of that story. And what it was an expensive computer you were trying to buy.
Well, not as expensive as your store was selling it for. Ours was only like 5.5.
Oh well, at least. But how'd you finally get the computer that Daryl, your good friend, told you about?
Had to go to many different Walmarts.
For somebody
And
For
you
somebody-
had to what asked
For somebody to actually help us.
to actually be nice enough to go look for it. And they found it.
And the funny thing is, we went to Tallahassee because all the Tallahassee stores were showing it in stock. We finally found it in Crawfordville. And the lady's like, how'd you know this was clearance? Well, I have this program. She goes, these never even got on our shelf. It was still in the shipping box. I don't know if y'all's was or not.
He didn't say.
But how do you, when they brought it out to you, was it in a brown box or the actual
Brown box?
Yeah. That's how they ship them to them. They didn't even take them out of the boxes to put on the shelf.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I remember why I don't go to Walmart. How about you, Tom? You go to Walmart?
I try not to.
You had a good deal, though, didn't you?
Got a good deal. I got to upgrade my computer. So,
But you've never lived till you get this program and you go in there and buy out their Lego aisle and they call security on you because they think you're fixing time to run. Here's my fat, overrun self. I'm going to run with 3 buggies out to the parking lot so you can't catch me. I mean, what moon do you live on? You think you can't outwalk me at that point?
but see, they're not allowed to chase you.
Nope. Do you know in California they have a new law that if you
I lose the show all the time.
You
see
did.
this.
that you can walk out of the store with
At least the beer
$800
store.
worth
Oh, yeah.
of stuff and they can't prosecute you.
Yeah. They won't.
And just for you,
Yeah,
I
they
turned the
will.
light back on in it.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's do.
Okay, they want to get back to the show, not Trish and Daryl, because they think
I
it's all
know.
about Steve and Tom.
Well,
I think
it's
the viewers. What's the viewer count going up since Daryl got here? Too?
it's actually gone down to 5.
Yeah.
I'm showing 7 on my side.
Well, I'm showing live right now, and we have 5.
That's not
Oh,
good.
my mind. It was 3 when I got here,
No,
I used to come here,
and I was the 3rd one.
I used to come here and we used to have like big numbers. What's going
7,
on?
bucko.
You're on a delay.
Yeah, you're on the
Is
delay.
that how I sound?
yeah, that's how you sound.
You see my echo.
You might want to turn the sound down because it's
Daryl
going to start
just turned
echoing.
Because it's just gonna echo.
Have you seen this echo? I got 7 viewers.
Your hands in there again.
Okay, so
That is a good wide camera angle, isn't it?
oh yes,
You can probably fit me after all.
oh it
Slide
could
on
have.
over, big boy.
That's what we were saying.
If Kristen's still here, you'll get jealous.
That's all right. He'll handle it.
So, what else should we know about Daytona?
It's in DeLand.
I have it pretty
I
good
said-
word on the street that's going to be in DeLand this year, which is Volusia County, so it's kind of the same.
Even though it's like 20 minutes from Daytona,
And there's not a close Marion I
Actually,
found
it's
yet.
15 and a half miles.
15 and a half. Okay, I was close. How close is it to Bucky's?
Bucky's is not good. Go to Busy Bee. They're building one in St. Augustine.
No,
One's
but
at- that
I'm
one's
not
at the
going
one-
to St.
at the,
Augustine.
LPGA exit.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
yeah, that's the Bucky's. I don't know.
It's 18 miles.
What have you ate at Bucky's that you did not like?
I actually never been to Bucky's because it's the dark side of the forest. Like, you know, when Mufasa told Simba, that's the dark area we don't do there. Like, Universal, you always say it.
No, I'm adult. I don't watch those little kitty shows.
They built a Bucky's right
Oh,
before
wait.
you get into Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I pulled in there, and as I'm walking in, this guy goes, "Oh, damn, look at this." What's wrong? He says, it looks like Walmart, but only it's a gas station. I started laughing. She goes, yeah, but at least they got somebody at every register. And when you walk in, they go, hi, welcome to Buc-ee's. And I'm like, hey, there's the bathroom. I'm running.
In full disclosure, I've never been in a Buc-ee's. I do want to go in one day, but I prefer Busy Bee over Buc-ee's because Busy Bee buys from me and Buc-ee's does not.
Well, put Buc-ee's logo on it, they'd buy from you.
Well, there's another issue with Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's, if you're a rep for Buc-ee's, with the rep for one of their lines, the amount of time you have to spend at Buc-ee's is like 2 to 3 days a week. Every week.
I don't know if that's a bad thing. It's Buc-ee's.
Well, it's not a bad thing until they decide they don't like this line no more, so they drop it, and then you have no other eggs in your basket. But if you're starting out as a rep, it's a good way, you know.
You got plenty of people there working all the time
But I
cleaning.
prefer Busy Bee, Love,
And they
Pilot.
pay their employees.
$15 to $30 some an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can get Pepsi Zero on tap, which I can't get anywhere else.
I can
Just
get
saying.
Big Red.
So,
At Love's, you can get Cheerwine on tap.
Zero? No, you can't.
I don't know the zero section.
You get your wine in public, so it costs too much.
Yeah. Okay, Boris says they can't chase you, but in Walmart, they love to assign a 100-year-old yellow-vested pensioner at the doors to demand to see your receipt because they see a container of cat litter in your cart, not in a bag, and think you're stealing stuff.
Even though you just walked out of the self-checkout.
And they were watching you the whole time.
Since y'all learned about my computer stuff this week, Daryl's been known to go in and buy buggies full of stuff, Legos. I bought 2 buggies full of Scooby-Doo towels because they were worth out to $1. You will see them in Daytona possibly for $10 each, though.
Yeah, we won't talk about the hats that I know how much you paid for.
I bought them Bender out.
I won't be tagging you.
Who showed you
Because
that
my
video?
good friend Trish come and got me and take me over
Trish.
there.
Really? Okay.
What was I saying?
We're saying
That's
that
how you feel now.
we're saying at Daytona.
Who's smiling.
At Daytona, we got
That's in the
some,
land.
That's in the land.
and we have some cool vendors, and then there's Capital City Toys, Comics and Toys.
Capital City Comics and Toys.
Yes,
Get it
but-
Capital
right.
City
But-
Comics
okay.
and Toys.
It
Set up
took
near
you how
Dave's
many
Comic
years
Box.
to finally get the comics for Comics
And
and
actually,
Toys?
full disclosure, I said I was bringing comics. I didn't forgot that Daytona's next weekend. I'm not bringing comics because I haven't got a price yet, and it won't happen this week.
Well,
Oh, come on, do like
I'm
some
down
of the.
half a comic vendor then.
Ooh,
You
half a
had-
comment.
You
Half a comment.
don't have a tenth of a comic vendor to begin with. But I sell stuff that's ultra rare. It's kind of pricey, but it's ultra rare and old.
Yeah, I sell ultra rare stuff too. Just come and see me.
No, we had a buddy, Aaron Rice. I don't know if he's watching or not. He's probably wore out from Dragon Con.
Twisted Heroes.
Twisted Heroes.
He went over and got
He wore me out.
handful. Damn.
No, no. Now that I say it doesn't sound right. I went up there to help him. He wore me out by making me push too much crap out of the
Not getting any better.
Just shut up, Tommy.
Woo. Okay.
Daytona.
John Martin's gonna be there.
These are cool badges.
Twerking Tommy.
Twerking Tommy, yeah. Don't forget Daytona Convention Pass.
I want to know, when have you seen Roland ever look like this sharp?
Never.
Never. I
That's
think
actually a
it's
pretty damn good picture.
I
of
think
it.
Dang.
that's photoshopped or something.
He took a shower,
Glamour shots.
right?
It's a good picture, Roland.
And dude, I'm saying that's photoshopped.
Nah. I'm saying that he's probably happy with whoever took his picture. Tommy's just
Because that looks more like Tommy than this does Roland. Okay, so
Anyway.
lots of cool vendors.
Are we back to that already?
Yes,
I'm totally lost at where we're at.
Well, I wanted to talk about some of the comic book vendors that you have coming out.
We have Rick Fortenberry coming down from the Carolinas. A lot of Golden Age, Bronze, Silver. Blue Tape Comics, Michael. He's done a couple of shows, usually at Daytona. Most of the times we see him at the Land. We have Jack, who's Fortress Comics. We have another Jack named Slabbed that does a lot of slab books and newer books.
And if you miss him at Daytona, is he going to be at the Land too?
Yeah, he'll be at the Land.
You can see him at the Land. And if you miss him at Daytona and the Land, you can see him at Olo.
There you go.
Because
What
on
about Capital City? Are we a trifecta, or are you just a double header?
We're not. I'm doing Daytona in the Land.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the. What is the Land in the Land?
The Land in the Land is January 16th. Here's a.
I can already tell you, I'm not doing it.
Oh, not good enough to do this show.
I will do.
Good enough to do this show. Good enough to do this show, but not good enough to do the Land in the Land. Thanks, Daryl.
It is a great show.
No, thanks, Daryl. No, thank you.
And I would be there to support my good friend Tom.
Well, Tom's done. He's
But I
out.
have to work about 3 weeks a year. And it just happens to fall the 1 week I gotta
1
work.
week.
Damn, Tom starts yelling at Daryl and the viewership goes up.
So getting back to the Daytona show, we have the passport around the con. And you go to both rooms with this. You get
But-
5 vendors or artists.
don't stop by because Daryl's signature is not valid.
I'll send it twice for you.
No,
That's-
they have to
I'll
be
sign
from-
it as Capital City Comics and Toys and a Zoo Stuff by you.
Anyway, you get this filled out, put your email on here for us, bring it back to the admissions, hand it in. We'll give you a goodie bag.
Now, is that open for everybody?
That's open for everybody that pays comes in, or they get a free pass. All they have to do is ask because we are doing vet ticks. So we have 200 vet ticks for Saturday and 100 vet ticks for Sunday.
And that counts if you get a pass from us.
Yeah, and then we have free passes that are being handed out from different stores and also from Orlando Collectors Deviants.
I want to just take a minute and say thank you to Tom because he's done this at a bunch of his shows over the year.
The vet ticks.
The Vet Ticks as a
I love the
veteran.
vet ticks.
I'm thankful you do that back to the community.
Well, no, it's too many people nowadays come back and nobody seems to care. And it's something that, my dad was in the Air Force. He never went and served in the war or anything, but he was there during the Cold War and stuff. I've got an uncle, my wife's father. So, there's people that we know that have been there. My friend Tony was over in the Navy and stuff. You've served. Steve served. Some of these guys have served and they've come back and they're not the same. So if we can do something to help them so their families can come, a lot of times we get thank yous from them, and some of them it's the first time they've done stuff with their families. So
I'm
Vet
just really
Ticks,
thankful for it.
Vet Ticks is a really good thing that anybody can just go out there. And I'm not looking for the tax write-off. I'm not looking for anything other than this is something I can do to help people that were in a service that may not be able to afford to go out and have an event and take their family somewhere. And so after the event, when they send back their thank yous to Vet Ticks, we always publish them because it's pretty cool to see the pictures, see the family. The one time 2 brothers had been separated and then they got together, went to the convention. First time they went to a Comic-Con. So it's a cool, neat thing. You guys use Vet Ticks.
Thanks to you,
Yeah.
you introduced us to it, and
I think it's something that every show should just go out. I don't care.
it doesn't cost you guys
It
anything.
doesn't,
I mean,
other than 10 minutes of your time to fill out an application, say, hey, here's my show, here's what we're doing, here's what it costs for these tickets, here's how many tickets I'm giving away. And then they send you a list of the people, and they come up and they say, I'm so-and-so, here's my ID. And it could be anywhere from 1 family member to 5. And, and it's a good thing.
and I'm going to be the asshole of the group and say, if you can't donate whatever. I mean, you can do as little as what, 10
Yeah.
or up. I mean, Tom did a whole bunch. We did 100. But if you can't donate, if your bottom line means that much to you, you don't have a love for the community. And
Yeah,
I'm going to say,
it's not about how much can you make off everybody that comes in. You've got to do different things to entice people to come. But the whole thing is, you want people to have fun when they come in there. You want them to bring a family atmosphere. I want my vendors that are set up, I don't want them to be nasty and mean. I want them to be happy. I want them to engage with these people so that when they leave, they've had a good experience and they're going to want to come back. So if it means, hey, you don't make this much money this time or next time or whatever. I just want to bring people in there, and VetTix is a good donation that you can give back.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing that we've learned from you, because we've learned a lot from you. We've took everything, even if we don't show it, we've took everything you said and stored it and have it there. But the prices for the convention, you keep them at a decent price, so that way they still have the money to go and spend for the vendors.
There's no need to charge $20 to $40 for some of the shows. I just don't see it. Mm-hmm. And then if they got to turn around and pay anywhere from 10 to 15 to park, it becomes too much. Mm-hmm. You want to keep your prices fair so that when the vendors come and they set up their overhead, they're not paying $500 to $1,500 for a booth.
Yep.
I mean, I like Tampa Bay because it was affordable. You were getting a corner booth. The last time it was $600 and some for a corner booth. So that's affordable, especially at a bigger show. When you do the smaller shows, if you're sitting there and you're charging somebody $200 for an 8-foot table and they can barely stand behind it, there's no money for them to make, number one. And number two, whoever the promoter is either making way too much money or they got into a building they just can't afford. And you guys know that when we look at venues and stuff.
Yep.
You measure it, you figure out how many tables, how much is it costing you, how much is the advertising costing you, and then you figure out a fair price so that you can go out there and tell your vendors that are coming in.
And that's one of the hardest things. I'm going to tell you, it's one of the hardest things, besides finding a venue that's going to work and work with you. The next part is setting up that floor plan and trying not to run the tables up too much or too little, and trying to be fair all the way around.
Now, I'm glad that when we went at the fairgrounds last year, that Trish was there to help me lay out that floor. She had that in her head. She knew what she was doing. Just see that I come
no idea what you're talking about.
But that's the thing. When you find a venue, you got to find easy access for your vendors. You got to find some kind of comparative parking, not only for your vendors, but for your attendees. They don't need to walk 5 football fields to get there and pay $10 or $20 to park.
Unless you have a good show, and that's the closest parking, because the rest of the parking is full up.
Yeah, and there's possibility. There's times that we, like when we did the Daytona up at Embry-Riddle, and my parents came up and he's like, the parking lot is filled, and it was. Whether it was people that were there or because of a sporting event that was going on, that parking lot was filled, and we even had the vendors park up on the hill out of the way.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where we just showed up a little after 10 minutes after you open, and we're parking all the way in the boonies. It's like, damn, that tells you it's a good show because they're always here for the show.
And and again, like I said, VetTix, something like that. Anything you can do to bring people in that it's not costing you all your money.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I like keeping it low is because I want to see the mothers, the fathers, and the kids coming, because if you don't get the kids interested in it, all of this is done.
Well, so we had one family that came, and she was a single mother and had like 3 or 4 kids. And she mentioned to my wife that the one was like 13 or 14, and we do 12 and younger. My wife's just like, let's go in. She's got all these kids she's trying to take care of and treat to a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost her a fortune going in there. It's, you've got to find that happy medium where you get people in there so that they enjoy the show, and that they have money to spend with the vendors so that the vendors make money. And at the same time, you get good vendors in there that are like, I got $11. I can do 10. You can't turn around and give it away, but you can at least break a little bit of money off or something and help somebody.
Smiles.
And smiles and making people happy. And when they walk away and they got a bag of stuff, and like when we do the land show, we've never been able to get over 1,000 people in the door, no matter what we do. Even when Jim ran it and while I'm running it now, no matter what we do, can't get 1,000 people in there. But the 900 people that we had this past year, they went in, they bought, they walked out, they had lunch, they came back in, they bought again. Your local store, Living Dead,
Yep.
Lee and his dad, they must have gone in and out 4 times that day.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's like, "Where's Lee?" I'm like, "He just walked out with Star Wars toys." Because they were finding stuff not only for the collection, but to sell at their store. You had other people in there, and that's a good feeling when you see people go out, come back in. And
That's we've been in the scene for going on 7 years now.
Yep, 7 years.
We judge. We sit outside a lot because a lot of times we have to bring our own lunch because of what we eat, and we sit out there in the air conditioner and we watch, and we can always judge the show by how many people are walking out with bags. Even when we first get there, because we never get there always when it starts, but when we see people walking out with bags, we know it's a good show. If you see people walking out without bags, it's like, oh, you kind of grimace. But that's how we always judge a show, if it's good or not, by how many people we see walking out with bags. Just like how many people we see walking out with Capital City comics and toy bags.
You can't miss those bags.
Nope.
Though the best show I was ever at, and I did rather well, was the 1 year Daryl sold out right in front of me.
That was a glorious year for many reasons. And when Tom says I sold out, I didn't sell out. I sold out, including the grid wall.
He told me Saturday, he says, by tomorrow, I'm going to sell everything out. And I went, good luck in that. And the next thing I know, the grid wall disappeared, all the mystery bag, everything. He was selling everything. And when he left, I
was making mystery bags up at the booth because I couldn't make them fast enough.
Thank you.
But there's something Tom's not telling you about that show. The load-in was god-awful.
Well, we did well on the load-in. The load-out was worse. And you got out just in time.
Because I walked out with my dolly.
Yep.
But the thing Tom is also forgetting to tell, I was back home in Florida in my bed when he got out of the convention center 2-3 states away.
And that's only because we had to wait for Aaron because he didn't listen to us when we said, go out and get your van. No, man. No. And then when he finally went to get it, it was like almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I was home. But I want to go back to something Tom said about the pricing at the door and pricing the booths as a vendor. Between me and my buddy Dave, we do about 40 shows a year. And so
that's it. Actually, that's where you had like one every weekend.
I've slowed down a little bit. But
that's age.
This has been 4 or 5 years ago. There's a lot of new shows popping up. And one of the things I learned to judge, if they were charging more than $20, $25 at the door, I didn't do the show. Because it never failed. The people were broke when they got in there. And plus, they were charging you way too much for the booth to begin with.
But it still goes as of today.
Unless it's a huge show like MegaCon or something like that, I
don't
do it though. And then it's always, there's been, especially since COVID, a lot of those shows didn't survive. They didn't survive before COVID, but they really did, because it's just, I don't want to say it's price gouging, because everybody has their price, you can choose to do it or not. But as a vendor, when we ask what the booth is, what the parking is, and what it is to get in the door. And if the parking and tickets to get in or two, we're not doing it. And of course, it's always fun with the first year shows. We're going to get 5,000 people at the door. You've never done this. You don't know that. Y'all,
that's because they get a false sense of security about all these people say they're going on my Facebook thing. And it's like
10%.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it's a false sense of security. It's just somebody, like half the time, I never write going. I hit interested, just so we can, when we go to do our monthly update of what's going on, it pops back up.
Yeah, I hit interested for Daytona and DeLand, and somebody went, "You're running it." I went, "Oh, I guess I better put down I'm going." Then.
And I'm going to Drinking with Steve every Thursday, but I always show up like once a month to watch it. So,
Well, it got lost on the way. That's all. But no, it's hard to pick a show that you're going to make good money at, and with COVID especially, I went and did the one toy show out there in Tampa, and I didn't expect to do what I did, but I had 5 or 6 guys that hadn't bought comics in a while, and they came over and they spent big money with me, and I was
you
like,
never know when that person will walk in the booth and spend with it. But the other thing, and I've said this to Tom, and I've told this to other promoters, if it's a choice of a Tom show over anybody else, I'm doing a Tom show.
"Well, thank you."
And at the same time, because Tom's taking care of me over the years, and at the same time, I've told you before, sometimes I didn't make that much money in your show, but I'm still going back because no matter what, I know you got my back. I know you did the best you could, and I just had fun hanging out with you.
Well,
and
no, if you
Trish.
didn't make money, I didn't do good enough.
Well, you got his back, but what about
I got yours too, buddy.
No, the land show. Who
Oh, he doesn't want to do the trifecta, but he's
What?
going to be at your show, so that's all that matters.
If Tom can match what I make that week and a half in Atlanta, I'll come to the show.
No, Tom can't match that.
No, because everybody's gonna go spend at Jim's booth, Jim Carousel.
Yeah, they spend money with them. Yeah, it's pretty good at that show.
I,
He'll be
I,
at the land.
I love his stuff because it brings back. He has everything from your childhood.
He does.
Stuff that you forgot years ago. He has it.
And if you want to learn the history of the land, talk to him. He knows the history of the land.
That's cool.
As long as he lived there and everything, and he learned all that and picked up all kinds of stuff. We do a paper show. It's usually the week before the land, in the land, and the paper show's in the land. But he'll come set up there, and people actually go see him to find postcards or to find paperwork or articles on the land that he's picked up throughout the years. So that's the cool thing about our business is that you can't know everything, but you can pick up a phone and call a friend.
Yep.
And say, "Hey, what do you know about this or that?" And then it helps you when you're trying to buy something, helps you when you're trying to sell something, and you can call somebody and just say, "Hey, look, I got this. What do you think?" You may end up selling it to them.
Steve uses you guys for that all the time.
Mm-hmm. I do. Hey,
Louis had a great deal with somebody too a while back with the Pixel Pals.
Yeah.
Called a friend. I bought some off of you.
I have made some dumbass buys over my lifetime because I've been in business since the 90s. That has got to rank in the top 3.
Well, I bought close to 600 ceramic Spider-Man bags. But I bought them because we gave some away in Daytona. At Jacksonville. And then they'll be in the bags in Daytona with comics, with graded books, with art. But they're cool and they're neat.
They are.
You bought how many of them?
Almost 600. Well, 500.
Okay, until you get to like 8,000
No.
of the Pixel Pals, come and see me.
You may be more intelligent about politics and stuff than I am. But when it comes to buying crap, I know what not to buy, okay?
Pixel Pals coming to the next giveaway from Orlando Collector Deviants.
This
to
is
you.
the funny thing about those.
Oh, is that why
things.
you asked me about giveaway stuff?
No.
This
No.
is the funny thing about the pig. They're going for good money now. If you've still got some,
I got 3.
they're going like 20
Not 3
bucks
cases,
each now.
it's 3.
What happened with that is I didn't realize I was behind the freaking market share in the world of those suckers when I bought the 3 different versions.
Well,
But-
I should have told you something when Louis couldn't give them away for free.
God, he gave away a ton of them.
I know, but he still couldn't give all of them.
Okay, here's the funny story about the Pixel Pal. That's what I was telling you. So I bought those from Louis. I sold enough of them off online and stuff that I broke even. But I still had freaking 6 pallets of the suckers. And so it wasn't the fact I'd lost money on it. It's the fact it was taking up so much room until I get a call one day from Louis wanting to buy them back. They went full circle. So that's how we do things here in Florida. We buy stuff back and forth with each other.
It's called the
$10
circle of crap.
right now on eBay. $10 with $9 shipping and handling.
They're going back down here. Hand me that thing real quick. I know y'all like eBay.
Well, that's where she's at.
These are now gone down. They're $12.22 on Amazon again.
Telling you.
They were $20. And the reason I know this, because I still had some for some stupid reason last month in a women's on warehouse. I didn't realize they're still sitting there. And they sold. That's how they'd gone up. I was like, whoa.
You know what? My favorite thing in the world with the Pixel Pals was we put it in one of our giveaways, and we got a picture.
Back of it lit up in the child's room.
And she
you posted
absolutely loved
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with that product, because we deal with 90 different toy lines. The packaging on that is horrible. There's no way to tell that it actually lights up.
Except for the part where it says
Yeah,
I
but
light up.
When you look at it, you really don't pay attention to it.
And a kid doesn't understand that.
I light up. I light up. I light up. I mean,
A kid doesn't see this. And I have to regret saying this as a sales rep. The public has you know Dave, my buddy, he's been with me at Surf Expo. And he's like,
who's Dave?
This is the dumbest thing ever.
Which Dave is this?
Dave
Thomas?
It's not the cool one, Dave Finley. It's the other one.
Yeah, but Dave Thomas is the cool one.
Dave Finley is.
No, Dave Thomas. He used to own all the Wendy's.
Yeah, but Dave Finley's better than him.
They got Frosties.
Dave Finley's better than him.
Dave Finley only knows where all the good Mexican joints are.
Right.
That's amazing.
See?
It was good.
Packaging.
Oh, and breakfast.
Uh-huh.
If they'd have
Kissing
made that where you
cousins.
could actually
I saw
put
you
your finger
there.
in there and press a button, it lit up, it would have sold far better. And that's what and Dave's there is like, well, this is dumb how you do it this way. It's like, I have to show the customer how you display this, or they don't get it. You know, and our booth this time is basically I have very little stuff you can come in and buy. Like, you know, you can buy ones and twos, but I have almost every company I have in there is a display. And what people do is, I want that display, I want that display. They want the display. That way, all I have to do is open the box and it's done. The general public, that's what draws them to it. I mean, retail's a science, and people don't people study how to get the money out of your pocket.
That's why I like comic books, because it's open and read.
The thing with
It comes
those,
ready to go.
some of those comics,
But-
if you don't display them in the right spot on the rack, because some people walk by and they'll not see that book over there. They'll see everything right here.
Well, that's why you got to
Then
go.
once you move that book over there, it sells. And you're like, really? I've had that book for 3 months and nobody cared.
And Tom can tell you, we were in a show together in Georgia somewhere.
Savannah?
No, Georgia.
Yeah.
North
Savannah.
North Georgia. Because you kept taking pictures. Oh, look, Daryl's restocking his booth. Daryl's restocking his booth and sending it to somebody. It was the Funny Books guy. I can't think of his name now. Funny Books. He likes to take his shirt off a lot. Mario. And
Mario takes his shirt off.
well, he does.
Yeah.
He gets in that. He's in a Christian mood every now and then. Or maybe Christian gets in a Mario mood.
Yeah.
Warner Robbins.
Warner Robbins. But Tom was taking pictures and annoying somebody. Like, oh, look, Derek's had to refill his booth. And that's if y'all been at my booth before, I never wanted empty space on it. I want that sucker full. One, because you can't sell it if it's not up there.
I have never been in your booth. What are you talking about?
You thought my booth was sexy and nice.
Well, that tells you I've never been in your booth, because I would never use that first word describing a booth. Unless it's like
You didn't write
creative,
that on Yelp or something?
creative image designs who has a booth babe.
By the way, they will be at Daytona in the land.
Okay, see.
Steve needs to do a shirt and bring it down, bring it up, that says Daytona in the land.
I say it all the time.
Daytona.
Oh, you're talking Steve.
Steve the
T-shirt
actual, yeah,
Steve.
T-shirt Steve.
Design guy.
Steve Charles.
Happy birthday, by the way. It was just
Happy
his birthday.
birthday,
Oh, his birthday.
Steve.
Happy birthday. But better question, how's your dad doing?
Pops?
Pops is doing good when I saw him last time.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I always,
Pops is always doing good.
always tell him I'm checking on him. I don't care less about Steve.
I love Pops.
We
know
sit there.
because you got a bunch in this house.
See, Daryl thinks he got
It was
these
a little
relations.
funny.
He thinks he has these
I'm
relationships.
not laughing yet.
But he calls him Steve's dad. Doesn't call him Pops. We on that level that we get to call him
Exactly.
Whatever.
The one-upmanship. He's got to be one up.
Pops. Well, it's easy with Daryl. He's usually 2 steps
All
behind.
three sitting up, pull our pants down, and we can see who really is the best.
Okay,
Do we have any viewers left?
we got
Not
3.
now.
We got 3. They all kind of said, yeah.
Okay, Tom. Where can people see you? Because we're after the 10 o'clock.
Here we are.
All right, so they can see us next weekend, September 18th and 19th, at the Daytona Beach Comic Book Convention at the Volusia Fairgrounds in DeLand. The show runs 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. It's $10 per day to get in, 15 for 2 days. If next weekend you end up at Ancient City, or if you end up at Collector Fest in Lakeland, keep your wristbands and then come to the Daytona Beach show the next day, and you get in for half price. A lot of free parking, and I do mean a lot of free parking. 2 food vendors. We will have a flight simulator out there. We will do a costume contest on Sunday, and then we will have 2 panels on Saturday and 1 panel on Sunday.
Now, where are you going to hold the panels at?
At the small press expo building, there's a room right when you first come into the building, and that's where we're going to have them at. It's not on the map, unfortunately.
Okay, and
But if you came out in this hallway out here, which they can't see my finger
down
here.
at the bottom.
Yeah, there's a room right here when you first come in the building.
Okay, so if you follow it down and go over to where the double people are,
There is a room there.
Did you say
and it will be
double
marked.
people?
Double people. For anybody that's coming, if you pick up the Daytona Beach passport and then go to 5 spaces, 5 vendors, 5 artists, 5 somebody in one building and 5 somebody in the other, have them all mark it, and then put your email right here, hand it in. You will receive a goodie bag, swag bag.
Swag bag.
And it
But
will
it's not a
contain.
swag bag.
Well, it's
We're not all getting it. I can't get one.
if you go out there and pay admission, you can get one, Joe. Actually, I'll give you the passport so you can walk around. I'll pay your admission for you.
Daryl only walks from his booth to the bathroom and to the food truck.
2 food trucks.
That's not true. Is hopefully he won't be there, but we'll I can't pronounce his last name. Kraychek Toys.
Crow's Toys.
No, that does all
John.
the Star Wars. John
Kovacs.
Kovacs.
No, he's not. Jason, I can't pronounce his last name either. Jason F. He will be there, and then his buddy Mark will come on Sunday,
Well,
and they will have all the Star Wars stuff.
John has been my local crack dealer here the last few shows.
Yeah, John's up out of Jackson.
Yep.
Yep.
And I have another question. How the hell do you get this thing off? It's going off the circulation.
Well, just like that. Keep
What is-
go around like this.
Go around.
Go around.
Dear God.
And here's the funny thing: that's made for adults.
He's like a kid. He just picks up stuff and starts messing with it.
You should have known it in your kitchen.
I can't get-
was
I
on the
can't.
phone.
I can't get it on my hand either, but they're made for adults.
Well, he got it on. He just couldn't get it off.
It does once you put it up.
This could double for something else.
Oh Lord,
That's
have
still too
mercy.
big for you.
That's way too big for you. You'd have to. Perhaps that size, buddy.
It is past
Anyway,
10 o'clock, so it's Tom's rules.
Yeah, it's Tom's rules now. Anyway, we'd love to have you all there.
That's
Daryl
the Daytona Comic Con and the land.
in the land, and you will see Daryl from Capital City there. You also see his buddy Dave and his lovely wife Michelle from Dave's Comic Box.
But not her dog.
Will we see the other Dave?
Other Dave? Which other
Dave Finley.
Finley.
Of course you will see Dave Finley.
He
And you will see his niece, Gabrielle. Gabrielle will be there working the front table.
From where?
From Feed Your Imagination, Gabrielle.
Feed your imagination.
well, and
She
Dave.
has she's now working there full time with Dave.
Yep.
And she is actually the brains of the operation. Sorry, Dave.
And sorry, guys, she's not single anymore. Just saying.
That's okay. As long as she's happy, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
So I got her working front desk. I have Brenda from Cloak and Dagger. My wife Trina will be there. Andrea, who did the chocolate for a while for us,
Mhm.
she'll be out there helping. And I got a couple guys that Steven Hooligan.
Steven.
He'll be there to help. A guy named Mike, and my friend Andrew. And then we have Kelsey, your daughter,
Yep.
who will be running the small press showcase. So she's going to run that building.
Don't mess with her.
Don't
No.
miss.
And remember, please
She
wear
is
a face
awesome.
mask.
If she catches you without the mask, yeah,
Yeah,
She
she will.
is
telling
still
you.
awesome.
She will escort you out. So
she will. And she's
she's-
not short. She's not
No,
small. She's
she's-
intimidating.
Oh, not short. That's what I was going to say. Dave
Uh-oh.
Finley.
Dave Finley's not short.
One of the funniest things is this is where you get to have fun because I've met you and then I know Trish and them and Dave and Michelle and Dave Finley. The people you get to meet is just it keeps you. But then you start getting to know them really well. You start having fun. So Dave's not a short guy. He's not bones either. He's getting healthy. So the funnest new thing we found to do is called.
Go ahead. You
If
scared
y'all
me.
haven't seen it, it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you guys did it to me.
You scared
No,
me.
you guys tried to do it to him.
You
No,
scared
they
the
did it
beans
twice,
out of
and
your
then me
buddy
and Dave did it to him.
Yeah, but you're not as fun though because you kind of bounce back. Dave, little Dave, doesn't have enough to bounce back. We crushed him. He's like, wow! Like, Buddy the Elf on top of that little elf. Buddy. When me and
But
Dave Finley did the belly bump.
But see, I was up in Jacksonville when you went to say something. You got excited like you just did, and he freaked out because he thought you guys were doing it.
It's called trauma like you've never seen it.
And it was, how Daryl just gets excited. Oh, like what he just did. And Dave was right next to him. Ah! Freaked out.
And if Big Dave goes, hey, and throws his arms up, the first thing you think of is, there's a Wookiee coming after me. And I know little Dave is running, man. Because every time I see Big Dave, he throws his arms up, hey, man, comes running over. And I'm like, that's a big dude, man. You're trying to, hug the guy, hold on to him or something, and just pray he doesn't crush you.
Was it you, the one, me and Dave, tried to get to do the trifecta on little Dave?
Yes, you asked me to.
We wanted to do 3 belly bass bust.
Yeah.
Dave had to get a folding chair and go all WWE on us because.
Yeah, you guys scared that little guy.
Oh,
See, that's a good thing, though. You get to learn everybody, find out about them,
You do.
have fun with them. So,
And some of them, like
And-
Trish and Tom, become family, and Steve.
Yeah, I say it's just Daryl. But I noticed it was just Steve. But you read my text messages where you don't read Trish's.
I know.
She Facebook messaged me. I was at work, actually.
But-
This is one of the
but-
few weeks of the year.
I
at work.
only Facebook messaged you because you Facebook messaged me.
these are the vendor badges that will be at Daytona.
I kind of want to know who these last 3 hanger-oners are. Probably me, Daryl.
I'm off, so it's not me.
Maybe I'm hooked up on the phone. I don't know.
Oh, it would be fun.
Hey, one of it's 2 on Facebook and 1 on Twitch. So
Oh, well, dang.
we got somebody still hanging on Twitch. So
Oh.
okay, so once again, the 18th and 19th in DeLand. No, okay. Now we got a comment of who's there. Christian.
Oh, God.
Again, you have to make people who have
Okay, so once
Christian.
again,
Glad you got home safely from Dragon Con.
Yes.
September 18th and 19th in DeLand at the Volusia Fairgrounds. Once a year type of show, not any other show. And in the state of Florida holds a candle to the land or the Daytona show.
Hey, Nick's here. Cool.
Nick!
Nicholas,
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Nick.
No, Nicholas.
Wrong name.
Oh, look, Christian's call.
really?
I can't talk to you right now, dude. I'm on camera, dude. We're important.
And he will be there in the land.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Yeah, and I told him to come to dress as whoever he wanted to, as far as
Who you gonna be?
Cosplay.
You gonna be Venom? You gonna be Deadpool? You gonna be Pennywise? He doesn't. Have you seen his Pennywise?
I have not.
His Pennywise is pretty good.
Yeah, it's on point.
And see, Nicholas is the one. Nick is the one that runs Versus Games over in the Vito Mall that we were talking about.
Okay.
See, me and him, we got to do. Somebody has to do a Christmas show again, so me and him can dress up as our.
Yeah.
You may get your luck.
No, one that I'll go to.
No, you may get what you.
Oh.
Do you talk to him, right?
Who?
Christmas show.
Who?
No, the small guy. Put us back on.
I'm back on.
No, we're trying to find a date. For
See,
the
look, we get Paige.
Paige.
Paige is on.
Hey, Paige.
Paige
Tom,
Neville.
Steve, hi, Trish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, the best cookie baker in the world. For the
That
Comic
right?
Book King.
You know what the cool thing is? When we were at Tampa, Steve comes over and goes, John, I want you to come over and do something with me. And they went over there and they got on the He-Man.
I saw.
Battle Cat and
That
Panther.
was so awesome.
The look on John's face when he came back,
I saw.
he was so happy.
They were like 5-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I thought that was great. And you picked the right person.
Uh-huh.
You picked the right person to go do that with. And
That's the whole thing. When we went over there and I saw it was only a couple bucks more to have somebody else. It's like, who here would enjoy this as much as me?
He asked me if I was going to get on there and looked at me and said, yeah, that's not going to happen.
I did not. I knew you weren't going. I didn't.
no,
Don't listen.
John was the right person to take over.
I sat there. It's like I got Big J here. I was like, no, it's John. John loves this stuff as much as I do. John is gonna. Oh yeah. And then I told him as we're walking over there, I was like, I get Battle Cat. He's like, I love Panther. It's okay.
Yeah, so you picked the right ones.
Paige is one lucky gal because John gives the biggest, deepest, softest hugs in the world.
You know, we
What?
we got a Cosmo in there for you. Trish saved it. Well, Daryl's coming over.
He might want to read the Cosmo.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
you.
See?
Not a subscription.
Well, I figured.
How am I not surprised? And it comes in
What
your
medicine are
name.
you on?
The sad part is that's not the medicine.
Ah,
He's one of the gals. Have you ever been at the show? He's always hanging out with Michelle and Trish. And
I know, it's okay.
Okay, I want you to reevaluate what you just said. I can hang out with Michelle, Paige, Trish, or I can hang out with you, Tom, or and
yes.
What's wrong with hanging out with me? I thought,
Okay. On that note, I'm out. Whatever's going to happen here, I don't want to be a...
I'm just saying I can go hang out with a bunch of beautiful ladies or a bunch of smelly
Okay.
guys.
Here you are. And I won't say the name, but you hang out at the conventions checking out other attendees and their costumes and
we
what
do,
are hanging
okay.
out.
Michelle and I do judge people. We have our own little club where we judge people. You should have worn that outfit, or you damn sure need to go burn that outfit. One of the two. Or we started doing this new club. We judge couples like, how did he get her? How did she get him?
Yes, but every time I go over, did you see that guy? His whole package was just standing out.
Okay, you can vouch for this. Victoria's Secret, Lake City Mall. I think your response was
Ocala. We were in Ocala,
What
not
did I
Lake
say?
City. You
Oh,
said
whatever.
Lake City. It was Ocala.
You knew what I'm talking about, though,
Yes.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Steve. He could not speak. I said, Tom, look.
I was fine until you told me to look at that one person, and I was like, I'm okay now.
He turned red. The blood was rushing.
She needed to go to Victoria's Secrets.
There was nothing in there that would fit her at Victoria's Secret, though.
That's
Too
okay.
big? No, Victoria's Secret too big?
Too small for what she had.
So you're saying she had big bosom?
And them big old country kids.
Okay.
And it's time to end this now.
Well, and Nicholas says we all need to grab a Deadpool, the drink.
Yes.
And now, Nick, if we go there, I got to get the Punisher. Nick actually had him over there at the Eat Play create the Punisher for me.
Oh, okay.
When we used to do the show off out of his. And Paige says he was the best person to do that with, Steve. Big kids. Hi, Daryl.
Send more cookies.
And then she says some of those costumes, though. Yeah. But like I said, every time I go over there, Daryl's talking about some guy and what he's wearing.
Because we laugh at them. Some of them.
Uh-huh.
The funniest, though, talking about that cosplay was a Deadpool once. And that's back when the spandex Deadpools were real big. And it was my very first convention. So I'd never been exposed to something like that. And had my little table out. It was the Ocala Comic Con. Had a little table out. It was the first thing I didn't know what to do, or I didn't know anybody. I just, Big Eric told me to do it, so I did it. Had my table there, and then the table next to me was this lady and her daughter. And the daughter was quite attractive. And this guy in Deadpool kept coming by, and he would stand at an angle of the table where things would
Just sit on your table.
The table. And he and kept noticing he only come over and talk to this girl when the mother wasn't there. And you could tell she was uncomfortable because she'd have to look everywhere, and he'd just keep swinging and around everywhere. And so a few minutes later, Mom's sitting there, and
So you were watching him swinging it around everywhere?
The girl was uncomfortable. I was just having to do stranger danger for her. But I did better than that. So then Mom's sitting there.
He went and got in spandex.
Mom was sitting there, and I said, "Hey, it's really cool. You and your daughter can do this." She said, "Yes, she's kind of aggravated because she wanted to be for a party." I said, "Oh, she's having a birthday coat?" "Yes, she turned 16 this week." I said, "Excuse me?" She turned 16 this week. So, "Oh, that's just good to know." So then Mom, of course, then goes wandering off, and here Deadpool comes. And he's doing his voice. "Hey, I'm Deadpool. I can save you." And without missing any, I said, "So how does it feel to turn 16? His voice. "You're 16? She goes, "Yeah, I'm turning 16. "Oh." And he takes off running. It's like, didn't see that Deadpool the rest of the day.
And Paige says, John has a message for you. Thick girls are not in Vicky's. They are in Frederick's.
I love you some John.
Exactly.
I love you some John.
Remember that one? It's emblazoned now on.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Well, we took it. That was the one we took.
Wait, damn it. That's a guy?
Yeah, that's a guy.
That's just...
It's Slave Leia. Do not body shame.
He did a good Slave Leia.
Until we turn the cameras off. You have to be neutral.
It's small world after all.
You thought he was hot till you thought that was a guy.
I got bifocals now, so I had to show lifting my hands so I get the damn right angle so I can see across the table.
Okay, guys. And with that,
right.
It is 10:30. It's way past Daryl's birthday.
Birthday, yes, birthday.
And bedtime.
And I'm still closed.
And he still has clothes on, and it's not going to last very much longer. So
we don't have that rating.
Daytona show September 18th and 19th
In DeLand
at the Volusia County Fairgrounds. Tickets.
Not to be confused with the DeLand show in DeLand at the same
No,
location.
DeLand's going to be in Daytona. Get it right, man.
DeLand, you'll be surprised what we're doing with DeLand.
And just make sure wherever DeLand's at, since he's not going to be there, just give him the wrong address anyways.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be there. So.
Okay, and for us, the next place you'll see us this weekend if you're down in Miami at SuperCon we're going to be down there this weekend. Of course, we'll be sporting everything for Olo. Going to see what we can do. Spread the word, do our normal things, maybe a live walkthrough, depending if we can get it going. Then, of course, we'll be back here next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern with Martin before he goes to see your show.
Oh, very cool.
With Cosmic Times. Because actually, since
Nick says he's going to be at SuperCon as well.
Hey.
him and T, I believe, because I saw T was saying he was getting ready for a road trip. So I figured that's where they were going.
Yeah,
So, Nick, we won't be there tomorrow. We'll be there for sure Saturday. So if you're there Saturday, look for us. It's always great.
So just look for us in the beer van.
Look for us. I am synonymous with beer.
There's a lot of things you're synonymous for.
I know. You're just jealous that you don't got a Yoo-hoo spot
Section.
in my.
That's Daryl.
But come join us next week at on the show, Drinking with O.C.D. With Martin from Cosmic Times. He'll be talking with us about being excited about setting up at the Daytona show the next day.
He also has his show coming up in October.
Yep, he will be talking about PalmCon, which we will be at October 1st. No, 2nd. October 2nd. What's funny about that?
Daytona, the land of Daytona, October 2nd, October 1st. So down the show whenever you want to, wherever you want to.
No, because
PalmCon.
look,
PalmCon's
because it's October, and I had it confused because Phantasm is the same weekend, and we're doing both. We're running down to West Palm on Saturday, and then we're going to be at Phantasm on Sunday. We're making it a long weekend.
So you're going to run back Sunday to see me at FunCon?
No.
I'll miss you, Trish.
I know.
She's the one who said, hell no. We're in Miami.
You're not going to be there Saturday.
Well, I would not come back from Miami because there's a lot of good restaurants down there. But Trish always knows there's a warm chair in my booth for her.
Yes, I do.
You also realize she's not a very big Funko person.
Again, she always says there's a warm, friendly chair waiting for her.
Unless you're sitting in it.
That's why it's warm.
I just wait till he's got to go to the bathroom,
Uh-huh.
and then I steal it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay, so until next week, guys.
We'll keep jerking around. We're going to make it last until 11.
I know, right?
No, because I'm going to go.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Steve says peace out.
Yep.
Bye.
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 See you guys.